Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tech Bar. Thanks for joining us once again. I'm here with my good friend Sean OG Lardo. How you doing, Sean?
Doing fantastic, Raymond. Thank you for asking. How are you today?
I am freaking phenomenal, dude. I am having a good time. We have a very special guest with us. We have some news, right? You were not an OG the last time we recorded these.
No, I was not. I am now officially OG. Well, it was during the course of that, wasn't it? 2 weeks ago? Yeah, it was during the course of it was all happening. We weren't for certain. And yes, Harper Rain HR 2020, running for politics this year, was born. Yep. Two. Yeah, so officially we're 2 weeks into this grandfather thing, and I still have just as much responsibility as I did before, which is zero, which is fantastic. I just got to hold her, feed her, and when she cries, give her back to her parents. It is the most amazing part of parenthood I've ever had.
Which is called rentals, right? That's the best thing about being a grandparent. You get to borrow them for a little bit. Oh, coochie coo, full diaper, take them back.
Basically, yeah. I don't know if it's rental. Well, I haven't had to pay anything yet, so it's not rental yet. But
wait till those birthdays and Christmases and everything else.
Oh my God, yeah. My daughter is convinced that I really don't like her. It's really more about HR 2020. And I said, yes, it is.
Well, yeah, the new generation, of course, not the new norm, the new generation. So hold on a second. I think we cannot get started, or we cannot get started until we bring on our first guest, right?
Yes,
I think that's fair. We should not be drinking before our guest starts. So with that, Mr. Tony Francisco, how you doing, my friend?
Hello. Cheers.
Hello. Cheers.
Welcome.
I gotta get filled up. Oh
my God! So, yeah. We even started. You're already filling up again.
No, Sean was taking shots during our marketing meeting at like 2:00 in the afternoon.
Do you know why? Because somebody said the new norm. So
you're killing me here.
Tony, every time there's a drink, son.
The new norm.
Right.
Yeah. No, he said it again. So now we got to go again.
He's like that bad friend you have in college that like just there is no good decisions. So I want to get started. First, Tony, how you doing, my friend? How's everything going?
Good. That margarita's too spicy. I made it too spicy.
And can we show a little bit of your bar behind you? I mean, that is a beautiful freaking bar you got set up. I think this is our first guest that had a full bar set up waiting for this show.
Yes. Well, considering our first guest, we're working out of the garage. I mean, I think he had a deep freezer and a refrigerator. Oh, I've seen this.
Unlimited. I love that.
Yeah, these are awesome. These are like real boxes with something special inside. So
it's something very special.
It's always something special inside, honestly. That's beautiful.
So that's a good kickoff. We want to start this new thing where we talk about what we're drinking. We're not sponsored yet, but we're very happy to take any sponsors from any alcohol distributors. So why don't we start off with our guest, Tony? You're drinking margaritas you made. What's the recipe here, bud?
Very simple. Patron Silver. I'm a big fan of Patron Silver. I know there's a lot of haters out there with Patron Silver. Patron Silver, I've got some very, very simple. You go to Publix or your grocery store, go for the organic margarita mix.
Okay.
It's pretty simple. Not just the straight sweet and sour. I'm not a fan of that. And I chop up a jalapeno, so about half jalapeno from the garden, and 15 shakes. It's in a shaker. 15 shakes. Okay. If you go to 20, 25.
So we're already doing. Are we doing Common Core math now? 15 shakes. Can you tell me how that equivalates in Common Core math?
I think we were going to do that soon, right? We're going to try to figure out. We're going to figure out Common Core.
The common
boxes and the shading. And
what's it called again? The Common
Core math.
No.
It's called the new norm.
Isn't that the new norm? Yeah.
Yeah, that's 2 drinks now. See that? Thanks for.
All right, I'm going to have some catching up to do. Yeah.
So yeah, splash orange.
15 shakes, splash of orange juice, Patron Silver, also my favorite. If I can do Patron, I'm doing 1800, but always chilled. And then some jalapenos chopped up, very nice. Mr. Solid. OG Grandpa, what you got, my friend?
Oh, well, I as always for my Thursday evenings with you guys, I always double fist because with it being the new norm.
What's that, like 5 I got to catch up to?
Yeah. So I'm having Dragon's Milk, which is a great beer. It's a great beer. I think it's 8%, 9% alcohol, something like that. It's good. And then, because I'm very cultured, the Belvini Doublewood is fantastic, which is a great Scotch.
I
yes, 12 beer
downstairs. Maybe next show. So I am very proud to I have this bottle that has been hitherto unopened. It will be today. That was given to me by my good friend Rich Banky. I think it was for Christmas one year. There we go. It's a bottle of Woodford Reserve bourbon that is inscribed CEO and Powerhouse, because that's the kind of people we got with us, right?
Yes,
So
yes, absolutely.
Specifically for today.
And you know what? That's a great takeaway for that's actually a great way to go into something I wanted to bring up. 2 of our new partners have jumped onto our call today. They just signed on with us.
Catch up while you're talking.
Yeah, drink your drinks. I just saw them because they're like my peeps now. Dave and Jason are on here from Paratech down in New Orleans. I hope you guys are safe down there.
Yeah,
yes.
Please
hello, guys. Welcome to the family. Yes, they just signed on as White Label partners today. Yesterday, rather. I apologize. I think we have Chad on here too. Chad Woodring from AOTech. He's down over by Chicago. The dude didn't realize how easy it was to sell voice over IP services. He's been doing it for a long time. He thought I was lying. I kept telling him how easy it was. I'm like, if Tony can talk, anybody can do anything.
Talking is the new norm.
The new norm. There you go.
But that's a double. That's a twofer.
Yeah.
Man, this might be like a 6-hour freaking event the way we're going.
Yeah, we did that. Our first one with Corey and Dave.
Oh yeah. Man. Yes.
So and speaking of the new norm, right?
Oh shit! Here we go. I was trying
That's how it's gonna be.
Thank you.
That's how it's gonna be. So we modeled this. It's been 25 years. We can say cheers. We modeled this after Cheers, right? That's where like our logo design comes from. And we had, we had Cliff Clavin, the actor who played Cliff Clavin, actually kick us off our first episode. But I kind of feel like we're getting our bar regulars, right? I see Mr. Keith Nelson there in the audience.
Always.
I see our LMP manager, Danny Laura. I see Josh Mendoza from our tech team. I actually see a Kelly Weber in there, and those who don't know, or Kelly Francisco, those who don't know, she's the one that gives Tony his black eyes. Tony's better
right.
I love from on video when I have a black eye. I just love that. That's appropriate.
Well, and our bar regulars.
Do you see look at the bar regulars? And there she is.
Miss Ragusa McBain are very happy to have you on.
So.
But I want to bring up something that one of our regulars, one of our OGs, right, brought up in the very, very, very beginning. He was very upset because Tony's wearing a button down. Now, we did our best to make sure Tony was not wearing a button down, right? This was going to be the tank top episode. So, Tony, what do you got for us, man? Where is it?
What? What?
That's okay.
What?
That's okay, because...
Wait,
our one and only
you guys
episode.
Look at this. Yeah.
My friend, we were not going to let you be by yourself on this.
Oh, you're making me sweat right now. Oh my gosh. I'm literally dripping sweat. I'm like, fine, I'll rip this off. Well, wait, I'm like, dude, you got an ask on it. There's no way you're going to have. Okay, fine. I'll surprise you guys. I got one. Wow, I just got played. That was nice.
We were not going to let you be alone in this tank top Thursday tech bar. Tank top.
In the new norm.
In the new norm.
Hey, cheers. Twice.
So, at the risk of saying it again, these designs are from our art department. We have Sean on the right-hand side saying the new norm. And then we have myself on the left, or on the right, saying namaste, which is basically Dave and Corey's version of fuck you. So,
and I
love that.
That is beautiful. Okay, so real quick.
Now before you go, he said it again during the course of reading the shirt.
I did.
So, and thanks to your lovely wife for actually writing tank top and the new norm. So Thank you, Kelly.
So we appreciate you, Kelly. So I was, I was working with Kelly, and Simon, my assistant, was working with Kelly. Like, okay, get me the shirt sizes, but don't tell Tony yet. And we're going to ship them out. We're working with the printers, and actually, every guest going forward, they're not going to get tank tops. These 3 are the only tank tops in existence for the Tech Bar, but all of our future guests.
I love like
shirts.
Keith puts up, who made that stupid button-up shirt? Look, and I was like, they don't know.
Oh man!
Underneath. Shh! I'm gonna surprise them. And that was.
And here we are.
Said something. So Michelle, don't worry about it.
Hello, Michelle.
So Michelle, those of us who were we were honored to have on as guests, as speakers at CCS, will also get these shirts. So you will get one very soon.
But also, can you go back to that her question, because dollars, I take those. I also take Venmo.
I'm pretty sure the dollars were for Tony or me. I think you were getting change.
I'm the one that has a grandchild. I have a grandchild. I'm trying to do my best here.
Grandchild, wow.
Show some respect here for the elder one.
And how old is Harper Rain 2020?
She's 2 weeks on 2020. HR 2020, yo.
We decided we're not voting this year. We're just voting for Harper Rain 2020.
I'm actually having placards made and shit and putting in people's yards for our HR 2020. She's the write-in ballot. So we're gonna see what happens.
Oh, that is funny.
I figure.
Oh, I love Keith. Those are 3 dudes I do not want to see more.
Keith, I got to be honest with you. The shirt's coming off. Two more drinks later, and
are you saying we keep saying the new norm, and there's a chance it's going to be a different?
Yep.
Actually, Keith, we can bring you on as a speaker. I don't know if we should, but we
at some point let's just stick on this right now. Let's baby steps.
I don't know. So anyway,
baby steps.
And I think this train has already gotten derailed. Not that we expected anything differently. But those of you, and I can't imagine anybody that doesn't know Tony, right? But Tony,
anybody,
can you give us,
anybody
can you give us the 30-second? Who is Tony Francisco professionally? What do you do? Who are you?
30 seconds. Tony Francisco, founder, CEO of a company called CloudPlus at cloudplus.net. The original kind of the genesis of me in the technology world was back in 2003. I created what's now considered the 4th known hosted exchange offering, Microsoft Exchange offering, which is now considered kind of a standard Microsoft Office 365. And I learned quite a bit from that, and we're implementing that throughout the channel, the MSP, managed service provider, TSP, technology service provider industry, which didn't exist before the genesis of this new hosted wave of services. So we all know each other very well because we all have entered in this in different entry points, telco, hosted services, desktop, reselling in some capacity. They all converged, and now you got a hodgepodge of amazing people with this wide array of knowledge and experience, and we all come together and figure out how do we make it work. And I just happen to drink enough to associate with all of them. So I guess that's the 30 seconds.
I love that. I love that. That is the most eloquent, introduction I've ever had. Now, to be fair, we gave Alan from Eureka Process, we gave him the 30 seconds at the end of the show, and it was after much drinking. So, and
I think it worked out much better. I think it worked really well, actually.
Dude, before and after. At the end of the show, I'll be like, Tony Francisco, love Patron, and I may or may not be wearing pants right now, but I love all of you guys.
There's no way you're gonna enunciate all those syllables in your name. It's gonna be like Tony Francisco. Yeah.
Wait, actually, funny story. So last name is Francisco, just like San Francisco, and I was born in San Francisco, and but moved to San Jose and Los Gatos and everything. Fremont, everything's like 15-20 minutes away from San Francisco. Back in the days of checks, when you had to write a check, they would say, your name. I say Tony Francisco, and I guess spelled just like the city, and they would go FRANSISCO. S, and I go CISCO. It's the fucking city that everyone in the world knows about the city you live 15 minutes away from. What is wrong with you? And so then
awesome.
I get married, and I tell Kelly, I say, hey, listen.
To the lovely Kelly, yes.
I tell her, I say, listen, people are going to misspell your name, and it is literally going to remind you of the systemic flaws of humanity. And we lived literally 15 minutes away from San Francisco. That's impossible. That's impossible. Sure enough, she witnessed it over and over, and she's like, what is wrong with people? I'm like, I am fascinated. I literally don't want to drive after experiencing people that don't know how to spell the city that's right next to them. So fun name to have.
Well, I like the last part of it. When you spelled it Cisco, I immediately thought of Thong Song. And it's like, I never even thought about that your name, but it makes you way cooler all of a sudden. I'm like,
I wanted to have a daughter and name her San Francisco, but that didn't.
Oh my goodness.
I love that. San Francisco, yeah.
Like Sanford and Son Cisco.
Yeah, yes. I lobbied to name my first son
Anakin?
No, Maximus was the one, but Megatron, and
yeah.
Yes. So, and I got so
I don't understand why that's a problem. That's like powerful, and Megatron was way better.
He was
Optimus Prime.
That's the problem. And that's what I loved about like growing up. The bad guys were sometimes cooler than the good guys, and that was okay.
They were always cooler. I just don't understand how.
You root Freddy, Jason, you rooted for them. Your dumbass having sex at the freaking empty cabin with like nobody around. You're dead, dude.
Did you notice they all in common had sweaters?
Right?
Jason and Freddy, there was a sweater involved and shit. What do you mean? He's in dreams. It's not cold. It was like
ascots.
You don't. Could you imagine Jason with like the cold nipples?
Yes.
Like you don't want that. Like,
I mean, I don't know. What I guess one of the questions I still have is how did the Autobots really win when those guys they were like planes. They were like fighter ships, and they were like a Beetle, Volkswagen Beetle.
Dude,
how did that even happen?
You know why? Because there's always one Optimus Prime, dude. He's
so one against
semi. He's a semi.
Yes. What's that mean?
And he's more than meets the eye. I mean, it says it right there in the freaking name. I made Tony spit.
I was really because I didn't. That was the Raiders of the Lost Ark movie. You just kind of shoot from the hip. You weren't even thinking. You're like, yeah. Dude, more than meets the eye. I mean, come on. It's in the tagline.
It was plural though. Transformers. It wasn't just Optimus Prime. So they all were. So that doesn't. No, that doesn't float. That doesn't float.
I mean,
I don't want
to.
Did anybody ask where the whole team went, and they were just following LeBron? I mean, is it really though?
Yeah.
What was the one where they all clipped together to make one big robot?
Voltron.
Oh, Voltron, dude! The five tigers,
tigers, yes, black, white, yellow, red, and green.
That is the best cartoon in history.
Thank you. And I'm like,
badass.
Yes. Man.
Why is Danny talking about don't discount the semi truck? See, he just loves you. Danny loves you, Ray. Whatever you say, you're like turds are awesome. You're like they are.
I hope he fucking loves me. He's my fucking cousin. I love him too. I mean, shit.
Turds are the most awesome things I ever had. Thank you, Ray, for showing me those.
This is the best. I just saw this. Okay, I need to pay more attention to chat. First, middle, and last name: Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Yeah, well, that's inconceivable. Oh, yeah.
I don't think you understand that word, sir. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Yeah. No more rhymes. I mean it. Anybody want to?
Oh man! Talk about one of the greats, man.
Oh,
good stuff.
It's a
and Michelle, come on! More than meets the eye could be the name of the segment. Absolutely. I mean, we got the stripping, we got the shirt off. Yeah. So
and we haven't even gotten drunk yet.
We haven't gotten drunk yet.
So I did a podcast. This is not a joke. So there's a podcast called Old Man Grappling Hour, and it's it's Old Man Grappling Hour.
So one day it's called Wrinkly Balls.
Oh, I'm gonna send that to him. I need to send that to him right now. So these are all like world champion Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts, UFC stars. I mean, these are the real deal. These are iconic figures. And so what happened was one guy jumped in and he wasn't wearing a shirt and he was walking around his pool and they were interviewing. It was a great interview, but they're like, dude, you're not wearing any clothes. He goes, I'm wearing clothes. I had a swimsuit on, so he pants down, and then one of the hosts goes, I feel like I should take off my shirt. So he takes off his shirt, and the other host is like, well, I guess I'll do this. So then they send a link to me, like, Tony, you got to jump in. This is a really good interview. So I jump in the link, and I was like, why are you guys not wearing your shirts? I'm like, this is awkward. So I take off my shirt, and another guy. We got 5 guys with no shirts on. They said it was their highest watched podcast by far.
You didn't get an answer as to why there was no shirts. You're just like, fuck it.
I'm like, these guys can all kick my ass, so I guess I'll just wear a shirt.
Are you sure? Do you know where that podcast was airing exactly? Like what kind of demographic it was? I mean, a bunch of guys, no shirts on, wrinkly balls on each other.
Prisons.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, I like that about Tony's. Tony's like, shit happens, I'm in. Like,
they're like, we have to have his podcast from this time to this time because they turn the TVs off in the prison at a certain time. Guys gotta leave the community room. That's all there is to it.
Born and raised in San Francisco.
No judgment. He's like, fuck it.
Born and raised in San Francisco. If there's going to be someone out there, roughing up the suspect, and they need 5 fat guys with no shirts on, fine. If that's what you need to do.
You're such a team player.
Why would you talk about this? I'm so scared.
And trigger divorce. Okay, so wait, hold on. Okay, so she logged in, she saw it, she goes, "What is going on?"
We don't know. We really don't know. That is true.
That's priceless. Look at Michelle's next comment. Please pull up Michelle's comment now while you're at it. That just totally.
Yeah.
That's
fantastic.
What? Already a train wreck. We're already a train wreck.
So Tony, speaking of Kelly, how long have you guys been together?
Well, I met her on Craigslist, and then
I imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I'll call that together. I mean,
it's all part of the new norm.
Transactions. No.
Oh, you fucker.
New norm. Again, cheers. And he said it, so now you got to do another one because he said it.
My friend, namaste, all right?
Nah, whatever. Just do what you're supposed to do.
I'm biting into the chili.
He's like, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, I can't biting into the chili.
That's fantastic.
I can feel my heartbeat, like pulse in my lips right now.
That's how fucking exciting this show is at the Tech Bar.
Yeah. So Kelly and I met in 2000, actually in 2000, and it was awesome. Wow. I met her, and I was a single guy living in. I was having fun, great time, and I was like, she's stable. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with this? And
something's wrong.
Yeah, obviously.
Hatchet murdering killer. Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. And then it's okay because you're like, fuck it, I'll go with it.
Hey, you know what? You got 3 almost naked guys. I'm like, whatever. Okay, fine. You want me to take off my clothes?
You're a no judgment kind of guy. You're like, fuck it, we're doing this.
You're missing my. Wait, hold on. Is this it? Yes, this is literally the shirt, the tank top that I was wearing today, which is I wear. So with this,
I actually saw that with the mask that had the same logo. No judges needed. I love that.
A good friend of mine, Troy Regano, owns it, and it's literally it's the gear that we all wear for jiu-jitsu and MMA.
Except when you don't wear anything and do jiu-jitsu.
Well, then that's it's off the floor, and you say no judges needed. And do you see the correlation? It's really simple. And
as soon as you get rid of them, everything happens.
You got to remember, in jiu-jitsu, you're rolling around with another dude, and you're trading bodily fluids, and you're in each other's face. So you got to be about 13 to 17% gay to do jiu-jitsu in order, anything past that has.
Is that a hard number? Is there wiggle room there? Because I don't want to leave anybody out. I don't want to
Well, but you get to 17%, it gets a little. It's like people start to notice. Past 17%, it's like, okay, come on. It's more like just flip a coin at that point.
Oh shit! You have Michelle calling you out.
What?
You have her saying it should be a shot, not a sip.
Well, you know what, Michelle, you're right. But last time we did that, we did a 4-hour podcast, and we couldn't function the next morning. So trying to be somewhat responsible, but in the new norm, you're right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And talking to your husband all day.
You missed it, Tony. But Tony, catch up. You're down one.
Oh, I'm done.
Yeah, seriously. If I have to catch up, you have to catch up.
And Jay's helping me. I can't.
And Jason, do you want to address Sean? Do you want to address Jason, because Jason apparently wasn't expecting this. He was expecting some kind of professional podcast.
I think that I think I was pretty specific when I said that we aren't professional. We don't know what we're doing, and we would drink heavily. That's all I really basically guaranteed. And that
was facts.
But so I think I talked Tony up. I did talk Tony up a little bit. I said we have this guy on that's kind of smart, which is weird because he doesn't look like he's really smart, but he's really smart, and he will be a train wreck with us.
Talking about me or Tony? Because I feel like that could apply to all three of us.
Well, I'm very modest, as Jason pointed out. I'm very modest. There
was audio cut out. I just heard that he doesn't look very smart. I didn't hear the rest. I'm sorry.
This is an interesting perspective, because at the end of the day, you have people. I did the intro of here's how I came into the industry, and I know all these other people. Everybody has their swim lane, and everybody in our group is fairly initiated, to say the least. So the one thing that's really interesting is, I would say, a large majority understand their swim lane, and they say, hey, listen, outside of this swim lane, outside of this area, I'm dumb as a bag of hammers. Inside, I'm initiated and I get it. And here's, I've understand the chronology of events through the evolution of this portion of the industry, and in theory, how it ties into other components, and most importantly, where it's going to evolve to. This particular audience right here, I think we are all at the upper echelon of what we do and how we do it. In addition to that, we're articulate, we're considerate, we're extremely well structured with a great work ethic, and the weird part is that there's a semblance of humanity and the ability to laugh at ourselves and each other and have a great time, while still full circle back to, we actually understand our shit. And that is where things get fun. That's where you actually love what you do, and it's no longer work at that point. And as opposed to going into a place where everybody thinks that they know more than their swim lane, they're overly convinced of their self-worth, and we all know those people, and that makes it not fun. And this is exceptionally fun. I have the highest regards for you two, and I talk about it all the time.
I appreciate you, brother. And so this is one of my favorite things about Tony Francisco. And if you haven't had a chance, if you haven't had the pleasure, the opportunity, the privilege to sit down with Tony and have a conversation, you are absolutely missing out on this. He goes from shit talking, drinking, bringing up stories that would make anyone else blush, to like these moments of zen with these like little nuggets of like wisdom. And it's just like, and I realize we're all in the new norm, and it's just part of life where we have some time to think. And there goes Sean double fisting. But like, that's but that's the truth. That's why I love you, brother, because you were just straight to you see it from the bigger picture. You look from the mountaintop and you see things a little bit differently, and you know how to express it, because you're very, very articulate, as you said.
No, I'm old, which is why I'm on the old man crap hour, aka wrinkly balls.
Wrinkly balls.
Wrinkly balls.
So I'm going to talk to them about. I'm actually going to text them right now. Change your name. I'm getting a whole bunch of texts right now.
Dude, you need to, and we need to make T-shirts for wrinkly balls, because I think it'd be fantastic. Could you imagine how those will look?
So they're just like
before we get too far into this, I think we stumbled on something that was important. That we get some important shit out of the way in the beginning. We talked about Harper Rain, right? HR 2020.
HR 2020.
Right? We do that while I'm not too fucking drunk to do it. Now,
because later on
we have something else too. We have a birthday, right?
Barry Danilo.
One of our family, Mr. Danilo, Mr. Barry Danilo, his 21st birthday. So we should take shots for Barry and wish him a happy birthday.
That's like having his birthday in the new norm.
You're an asshole.
Actually, that's and for everybody who doesn't know who Barry Danilo is, his name is really Danilo, but I couldn't say Danilo at first. I kept calling him Danilo, so I decided to call him Barry.
Sean has trouble with a lot of words.
I do. Anything big, like Francisco, it's Cisco, Thong Song. I'm good.
He didn't say Cisco, Big Blue, like the big iron, networking company.
No,
he doesn't say Cisco like San Francisco. He's just ready to back that ass up. And bro, you look good when you back that ass up. I'm just telling you, bro.
All right, hello. And back to Barry, who he is. You guys all saw him on our conference. He was like our hype man during CCS 2020. He was like all over the place. He talked to all of you, by the way. He's like a big fan of everybody here.
He absolutely did. He was hyping everybody up. If I ever get into like cage matches and shit, he's the guy I'm gonna have going, like, you know, helping me out. Because this dude was going into every session and he was, let's go every single fucking session, which is freaking awesome, right? Like I asked him, like, can you come to my room, like when I'm trying to like put the moves on my wife and like just start like that. Like I want a hype man to come in, hype me up. I want lights going all over, right? Like how fucking awesome would that be?
But you know what though? That's the only thing with Barry is that's all he can say is let's go. He's not really good at reading big words, so he got that down packed. He's been practicing for like a year.
So, but hold on though. Yes, we definitely all need a hype man, and that is without a question.
He is our hype man.
He is our hype man. But how many of those fucking action figures did we have as kids that like you pulled the string and said one fucking thing? Like if your action figure did this shit with his arms, like that was a win, right? That was a fucking win.
Who are you kidding? I used to take He-Man and Prince Adams and take off Prince Adams' arms because he had the white shirt on, and then he was Tank Top Tony because he had the white tank top on. Holy shit! It's like full circle. I didn't even realize I always liked you, Tony. I mean, my God, I looked up to you since I was a kid.
From the beginning.
Like, do you even know what I'm talking about? How Prince Adams had the white shirt on, long sleeve shirt, and there was no shirt; it was painted on him, right? I took off his arms and put He-Man's arms on him, and he had like a tank top. My God, he just had blonde hair. It's you. He-Man, where have you been?
I don't have.
Okay, so He-Man. So He-Man to me when I was a kid was like the most badass, like gangster. He went up against fucking Skeletor. He went to Castle Grayskull. I mean, dude rode a fucking tiger. How badass can you be? He was friends with the Ghost Wizard.
How do you remember this?
Here's the problem.
How do you not remember this
shit? I watched this shit like 5 years ago. I love, dude. That's fucking. I'm going. This new norm, COVID shit needs to go away so I can go.
Oh yeah.
Tony's 5 hours away from me, dude. Like,
yeah.
So I rewatched like a couple of years ago, and I realized this was not badass. This was horrible. It's like when you go back and rewatch some like old movies and stuff, like He-Man wasn't manly at all. Like I'm not. He was not like if I saw He-Man down the street, I would not be scared. Like it was that kind of thing.
Manly thing at the time.
He has a sword.
It was manly at the time. There you go.
Like he has a sword. Like
he had a sword. He like he grabbed the and we all know about my Swiffer. He grabbed the Swiffer and he said, "I have the power of Grayskull," right? Like we all know about.
No. Tony should be doing that since he is the tank top guy. It should be like, "I have the power." You should say that.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah. I have the power. Yeah. So, Charles.
Selfie stick. Holy shit! This is the new norm.
I'm like, yeah. Cheers.
We lost Ray. I have no clue where he went to, but I'm sure he's back soon.
Here. I'm
you were gone.
Here. So,
you left.
I moved my video, but you could hear me, right?
Nope. You were gone.
Good to know. So Charles is asking, which mix is that, Tony? I don't think he heard you. Let me see if I got it right. Hold on. We're studying active listening. So Patron Silver, because that is the best tequila without question. So yeah, Patron Silver. And then you want to put some, you got some margarita mix that is organic, right?
Yeah.
You had an organic margarita mix. You had some chopped up jalapenos, right? Mm-hmm. Splash of orange juice. And shake it exactly 15 times.
Yes, 15.
Entry point with a slice with 15 times. Like you'll go like, 20 times you'll start to you'll feel the bite. 25 times you'll feel your pulse in your lips. I've done 31, and I could literally smell colors. Like I was just like, I can't. I forgot how to do long division.
Is that really that, or from drinking, or are you taking something?
Yeah, let's be honest. Is that just like we're past that drink? Point. You're like 31 times. You're like, oh fuck it. So Jason's calling you out, and Jason. So here's my problem with new white label partners, Jason, and new partners in general. Before it was all me, right? I was like freaking like John Hammond. I would open the fucking the fucking Velociraptor egg, and they would touch me, and they would bond with me, right? Like all the new partners knew me. And now they all get to know fucking Sean. So I go to the T-Rex like paddock, and the T-Rex is all ready to eat my ass because I don't know who they are. So Jason, please spend some time with me, get to know me, because Daniel Lee spent some time with me. He's like, "Fuck Sean, Ray's my new favorite."
So in other words, what Ray's telling you is there was an upgrade to our business when I started meeting people.
I don't know, but I do know. I got Jason repeating what I said by the power of Grayskull. So I'm just saying, we're simpaticos, bro.
I'm the one that brought wait, I'm the one that talked about He-Man having a tank top and what he said. So really, it's really, you take all back to taking credit.
I have a question for you guys.
Uh-oh.
For those of you who don't know, what do you guys do?
Oh, good question. Well, right now we drink heavily.
I'm going to get off the screen. I'll let Sean talk first because I'm going to come back with something. Go ahead, Sean.
Oh, he's going to try to upstage something. That's what he's going to do. Anyway, that's what's going to happen here, Tony. I'm telling you, mark my words. He's like, look at this. I put together, while I got off the screen, I put together a character. Look at this. Watch what happens. It's a whole cartoon.
I've got a glow-in-the-dark, self-inflating. What do you do?
So we are
fucking jealous. I'm just saying.
See how he interrupts me? You're interrupting me. Here it goes. See, it's
well, because you took too long. I gave you.
Tony was. Yeah,
he's off.
You asked me how I know about fucking He-Man. There you go, bro. That's how I know about fucking He-Man. So.
Oh man.
Honestly, who would have thought we would have had a Jurassic Park reference? Danny, you know, bro. You know. So anyway, Sean, go ahead, bro. You do your thing.
Are you sure? I mean, I want to make sure you're done. I can wait.
Tell us about OIT. Tell us about your background, the where you guys came from, your the chronology of the evolution of where you are today.
Well, before we even talk about that, let's talk about how Ray and I became.
And hold on, real quick. David's absolutely right. She-Ra was hot as fuck.
Agree, Dave.
Bro,
you're right.
She-Ra. Oh, dude, seriously.
And that's right, Charles. Daddy and Daddy are fighting again. We have a daughter named Marissa. Yes.
It's more like Daddy and Granddaddy. Let's be real honest here.
So you better start showing some respect for the elderly. That's all I'm saying.
All right, I'll go ahead. H before beauty. Go ahead, sir. What do we do? What are we? We need some time to refill in the new norm. So.
Oh fuck! Hold on. Okay, new norm. So, who's slurping?
That was me. Because it's not as hot anymore. Like that last.
Were you just turned on by that as I was? I was like, that was kind of fucking sexy.
I mean, I thought Michelle was pulling out singles for us just now.
Like, let's get Sean out of there. Let's go back to that 13%.
Whoa. He only does shirtless with multiple dudes. Let's be clear.
Yes, exactly.
So you got to keep us all on.
I slurp though, and I see both of you guys go like, "Whoa, sit down, boy." So I don't know. I mean, I got to be honest with you. You may pass that 17% mark, or you're approaching that.
Oh man,
kind of show, which is okay because we're open to all audiences. We're good. Like anybody that wants to come join us, we're welcome to have.
We are Utopia. Anyway, what do we do? Let's get back to that. Let's get back to professionalism for 2 seconds. Right. We are.
We can be professional.
Well, I mean, we can. No, but I said 2 seconds. Let's not overdo it. Let's not overpromise, underdeliver.
No, it's an equal opportunity employer, and we're happy to have partners of any persuasion. Yeah.
That's.
This is so stupid.
It's many fucking years of doing this voiceover shit, you know.
Yeah.
For the safety of all occupants, keep your hands and arms and legs and inside the vehicle at all times for the safety of our actors. No flash or film photography.
And you've won a lifetime supply of rice-a-roni.
Come on down. What's behind door number 2 is.
I think I'm gonna go up my steps and run down. I'm gonna go up my steps and run down.
Is it?
Like you tell them come on down.
Wait, tell the audience what do you guys do?
Oh, you know what we do. Okay. We hang out. We actually have a voice over IP company. We're a carrier. We work with partners. Like I've already pointed out, like Dave and Chad and those guys. We have a lot of partners that we work with that help sell our services. We are a partner first organization. We bring probably one of the best phone providers. We're probably one of the best phone providers that I know, that I can see. I mean, realistically, and this is me giving props to Ray and his limited wisdom. I know it's hard. It's like fucking love.
Facts.
We've built a great technology and we've made it scalable for partners so they can really have real success with their customers when providing phone service. It's not this. Anybody that's been around knows that VoIP 10, 15 years ago was like a dirty word. We know it was. And it wasn't because VoIP was bad. It was because just the support around it wasn't good. You talked about Wi-Fi signals and everything else. Everything messed it up. But even after it was fixed and remedied, you still have people that don't really do their due diligence and make sure they have a good service for people. Our team is phenomenal. They bust their ass with all of our customers, all of our partners, and it's that's what we do. Period. And the nice thing is there's not, if you see any features coming down from anywhere else, Ray will get all excited with the development team and they'll start building that shit. And then he'll say, okay, Sean, here, figure out how we package that or whatever. And then it turns into this really weird conversation for a good 10 or 15 minutes. Then we drink and then we decide pricing.
So but that's the thing. Like that's the part that pissed me off. And Tony's very much talk to the people, and fucking Kyle. Kyle's amazing. I love Kyle.
He has great jokes.
Wait, okay, let me plug two things. So one, we use you guys internally in our organization, and the service is outstanding. Both the service that you provide, but also the support service. It's amazing. Your team is incredible, extremely responsive, which is so weird, by the way. The second thing is Kyle is like my, I want to say he's my right hand, but he's more like my right and left hand. We are absolutely the odd couple. And when anybody who's worked with Kyle for a long time hears that we're working together, they always ask me the same thing. They say, Kyle Jackson, you two like literally work together, like together, like you talk to each other. And I'm like, I know, right? Right. So I say it is just like I am the Chris, he's the Jackie Chan, and I'm the who's the not Chris Rock,
Chris Tucker.
Chris Rock.
I know
Chris Tucker.
I'm the Chris Tucker. He's the Jackie Chan, and he looked at me and I said, "It's like you're the Jackie Chan. I'm the Chris Tucker." And he goes, "I am not the Jackie Chan." And I go, "You see, you're the Jackie Chan right there. Look, you're the Jackie Chan." And he goes,
"We see, we're older, so he's Dean Martin. I'm Jerry Lewis."
I like that.
I'll be Dino. Yeah, I'll absolutely.
And that's because he has that voice, that fucking voice.
Well, hold on. Why can't it be Frankie? Why can't it be Frankie?
Whoa, slow down. Because who am I, Sammy Davis? Am I Sammy Davis?
You do have a glass eye. I don't know if people know. I've seen you tap dance, so I'm just saying.
I can't tap dance.
Okay, so there was my pause. So go back. Wait,
instead of the Rat Pack, we're the Sewer Rat Pack.
Wow. I think we were talking about the new norm.
Yes, we were.
The new norm. Namaste. Absolutely.
That's a twofer.
No, and so like and like real talk, right? Thank you, Michelle, correcting me. She's like Michelle Tucker or Chris Tucker. She knows what the fuck she's talking about. But like, and let's take a shot for Barry since we know he's on here. Happy birthday, brother! So happy.
Yeah, there you are, Barry. He writes the songs.
And so I mean, she was a showgirl from Havana. Anyway, so
thank you.
It's like half the audience are like, I don't understand these references.
Oh no, we forced them to.
Oh, nobody young can work for us if they don't learn what's going on from the 80s and 90s and stuff like that.
Anyway, but like, and Barry and my right hand Simon, like my assistant Simon, we brought them on. Talk about new norm. I'll take a shot in a second, but we brought them on.
I'm all about now.
We decided to work from home as a company, and we asked them, "Can you guys like hold on another couple of weeks where you're working?" And they're like, "No." So we're like, "Fuck it, we'll onboard them." They started the same week we work from home, and they've been phenomenal. You would think employees, like, they start up and they're getting used to an organization that's pre-existing, and especially we're so damn close. I mean, Sean and Matt flew down to meet us, and I mean, Sean and I have known each other for years, but they flew down to meet the staff before we even brought them on board, and Danilo and Simon had no fucking idea. And I was going to call him Barry, and I was trying not to.
No, it's Barry
and Simon. So yeah, Barry and Simon had no fucking clue. Like, they're joining this organization, joining this close knit group of people, and they had to work remotely. They never got to like sit down with side by side with people like how we did. And they have fucking, I don't want to say integrated. They've become part of the family so fucking quickly. Like, it has been amazing. So, cheers to you, my friend Danilo. You're awesome. We appreciate you.
Amen.
Not just because you're awesome, but you've been awesome in this new norm, which is fucking amazing. So, yeah, mid-pandemic, absolutely. Like, what the fuck?
So actually, Alex, let's go back.
Just because you know how old we are doesn't mean you have to say, dude, I just saw that dog. Is that a dog or is that a cat?
Is that Alex?
That's Alex.
That's a cat. He loves cats.
I have a small fucking dog. I don't know.
You have a small. Your dog is like not a cat. It's not a dog.
4.5 pound. Bella, come here. Come here, dumbass. Come here. I love my dog. It's stupid. Bella, come here.
And while he's doing this and looking for his little cat, Tony, you had asked about us in general specifically too. So Ray and I have known each other for 7 years now, 8 years now at this
My
point.
attack dog, by the way.
Like,
Don't
Yeah.
fucking judge. Big men
I'm
can
not-
have small dogs. All right.
I know. I'm not.
It's the bunny from Monty Python.
Oh, see, this dude knows where it's at. Can't complain about the best boss. Fucking love you, dude.
Oh,
Fucking
come
love
on,
you.
Barry, get out of his.
And my fucking
Well,
and look at Simon. Shots for Barry.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. Simon, stop posting pictures of you and your girlfriend that you don't have.
What a dick. Look at, hey, Alex, you know what? This is a manly dog. This dog will fuck you up. Don't judge a dog by its 4.5 pounds.
It's not a dog. It's not a dog. Why don't you put him in your
You're
purse?
making me look bad. You're making me fucking look bad. Anyway,
Why don't you put him in your purse?
You know what? My fanny pack. All right.
Right.
So,
Anyway, so Ray and I have known each other for about 7 or 8 years, Tony. We've done a lot together.
I want to handle my alcohol as well as you two when I'm your age.
Keith, I want to grow a beard like you, dude.
We have to figure out how the fuck to get Keith on. That fucking beard. Now, Kyle has an amazing beard too. Kyle does.
Oh, Kyle is just mean about it too. He sits in the camera with me and he just sits there. I don't even see his face.
He's like the fucking brawny man. He's like, bam. He's like, sexy, manly, like, damn.
But you guys don't get to see his constant look at this
fucking dick, Alex.
He's looking down on you because his beard is badass. He looks like a Viking.
He does.
He's like Ragnarok Viking.
He has a constant look of disappointment, and that's how he negotiates. It doesn't matter what you say. It's just you have that resting bitch face, that RBF is RDF, resting disappointment face, and it's just constant as he just stares at you, and you say something that's amazing, and it just you see under his beard the colors of just like visceral, like what a. It's just
I swear, like I'm ready. Like every time I see Kyle, and I don't get to talk to him nearly as much as I want to, but like I'm ready to go get in a ship, fucking launch arrows like 100 yards away. Like I'm ready, like I want to like hold Mjolnir and fucking like go after. Like I'm down for this shit, right? Like
the best part, you don't realize that he is like one of the kindest. Nice.
He is
like, and I'm like, so I just got to sit there and talk shit about him the whole time and just make sure no one uncovers that gem. Just keep it.
Speaking of talking shit, a lot of shit has been said about my little dog with the big dude. This has got to be the most vicious fucking comment I've ever seen. My barking squirrel. That fucking hurts, Alex.
Good. That's so true. Holy fuck. Squirrel.
It fucking hurts.
Look at Alex is clearly a cat guy, so hey.
Yeah, his cat's bigger than Ray's dog, though.
But
my wife's cat is bigger than my dog too. So
I know a lot of people that used to like cats. I don't know anyone who used to like dogs. That's all I'm saying.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly. But it's true.
Yes,
like,
it is, Michelle.
I have kicked my dog before by mistake. She's 4 pounds and I'm not, so she goes flying across the room. She'll come back and she loves me. It doesn't change. Like the cat, my wife adores her fucking cat, and it's her cat. It's not my cat. She adores the fucking cat. She will call the cat. The cat will come to 4 feet away from her, and then will not get closer. Makes my wife just sit there and call her, and the cat will look at her like, you're a dumbass. Like, I'm not going anywhere. You come to me.
But you just showed your cat. You were just holding your cat.
No, that's it, sir. Sir, there's a line, sir. There's a line.
Wait, so actually, that in the new norm, that's a dog.
We have a say for that. We have it. We say namaste, my friend.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys met
these old banners.
You created.
I look at old banners. We've only done 2 other fucking episodes, but I want to bring this back up. If we can fucking do it, you can fucking do it. That is our motto. That is, the public marketing motto is welcome to the family, because we treat everybody like family. That's without question. But the truth of the matter is, when I talk to other MSPs, they're like, how do you do this? And you guys are whatever. The truth of the matter is, if we can fucking do it, you can fucking do it. Step up. Let's go. And we support your ass.
Just ask Chad. He'll tell you all about it. We had the exact conversation. We kept waiting for there's something going to happen here. I'm like, dude, it's that easy. We're selling phone service. It's kind of a commodity. And he's like, no. He's like, so you can do this, you can do this. I'm like, yeah, you can do this and do this. And everything we talked about, everything he asked was all simple questions. He thought I was like a genius, which is great to have happen. When he's like, yeah, because it's not often I look like a genius.
How often does that happen? Yeah, how often do people like, you're a fucking genius?
Never.
You've had some brilliant moments. I'm not going to discount that. You've had some brilliant fucking moments.
Thank you.
You've had like one. No, I'm kidding. You have moments.
You said moments. That's plural. First off, so you can't say one now. Moments is so I have to have at least two.
Like the rule of exaggeration, like kids in high school talking about sex. If they said they had sex 10 times, they really had it 3 times, and one was with themselves. Like
it's never that. It's usually they say 21, and you divide it by 7, it's 3. That's kind of what guys do.
I like that you and I got to the same number, the same 3.
It's the dog years. It's dog years, dude.
Dog years.
Yes, divide by 7.
Is that on the back of the shirt? That's on the back. So. Yeah,
it should be. That's a great call.
I love Michelle, dude. Michelle's another. This fucking COVID new norm kills me, dude.
Yes, I know.
Kills me.
That's
Michelle
right,
is less than 2 hours away. Michelle and Jay, awesome. Like, if you don't follow Michelle has some thought leadership shit she puts on LinkedIn, on Facebook. Like, I love following her shit. And then she was just talking on LinkedIn about education and about like all the new technologies. And let's be honest, like, and you know, you have kids, Tony. You have. I saw your son on your handy dandy Facebook.
Mine yet? So I live with 2 kids. Okay. Genetically speaking, we haven't confirmed that they're mine. Just saying.
That's okay. But they get the inspiration from you.
That's not going to work well at all for you tonight. You're going to have another black eye. Oh, I can't wait to see it.
Oh, she's going to kill you.
Chad, don't mess with me.
I used to tell my wife all the time when Gio was born and Gio was C-section, and I have a 20-year-old Marissa who's fucking awesome. Tony, you've talked to my daughter Marissa, and then my 7-year-old when he was born, you know, because I was in there in the C-section, you know, in the operating theater, like the delivery room, whatever, and like I had been watching videos and I was telling my wife like I'm gonna do the cut, like I know my shit, like I'm ready, and she was fucking terrified. Which in retrospect I may have been a dick, but like you know, so you take the baby and we leave, right? Yeah, well it's true. So we take the baby and we leave. And, you know, they sew her back up, but I have time with the baby that she doesn't have with a C-section. That's how it works. So when we go to the room and we're all united together again, you know, because I got to bathe him the first time, clean him up, whatever, you know, she's like, oh my God, he's so cute. Because C-section babies are the most beautiful fucking thing in the world. Because their heads, like my daughter, she was natural birth. So she had this alien helmet head, like Aliens versus Predators, right? My son was like perfect round, like Gerber baby, like fucking beautiful.
Did it go like this?
Like there was a little fucking thing. You did boop, 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 and
there's 3 types of babies. There's the alien, there's the fat baby, and then there's the beautiful baby. I fucking hate the beautiful babies. Fuck you if you had a beautiful baby.
So, but like C-section babies are like that. They were beautiful. So we go to the room and Michelle's like, oh my God, he's so beautiful. He's wonderful. Now she's also doped up, but she's like, he's so beautiful. And I'm like, yeah, our kid was fucking ugly. So I switched the cards and I took the cute one. I hold that story to this day. I don't tell my 7-year-old yet because, you know, I don't want to traumatize him.
So glad.
Not because I don't want to traumatize him. I just don't want to pay for therapy. So, like, but,
we have good benefits. Michelle told me.
Oh, Michelle, Marissa knows. I tell her all the time. I'm like, she looks like a fucking bike helmet. Like she fucking, no. And here's the thing. Marissa's born. I'm 20 years old. I was like, I'm a shithead now, but I was a 20-year-old shithead, right? And so like I'm in the delivery room. I see the head come out, which anybody who says it's the most beautiful thing in the world, you're full of shit. It's the most terrifying fucking thing in the world. So I'm watching this thing and I see her come out and she's got the helmet head, which is for natural birth. That's a normal thing, but they don't tell you this when you do all the classes ahead of time. So I see the head come out and I'm thinking, I can't say anything, but this can't be normal, but I can't say anything because I don't want to be the one at the birth that's like, what's wrong with my daughter? I'm not going to be that guy. So I'm keeping my mouth shut, but I'm panicking inside.
Ray, can you go to the next comment first while you're talking? Go to
everybody's comment. And everybody, thank you, dude. My son too would be called a football head. No, it was like Stewie Griffin, but this way. It was like, and everybody's acting normal. Everybody's acting like it's the most normal thing in the world. And I'm like, this cannot be fucking normal. There's no way in the hell. She's aerodynamic. This is not possibly normal. And so, yeah, I found out later. Yeah, exactly. What do we got from Mr. Keith J. Nelson? I want to know what the J stands for, Keith. I don't know that. I've known you for a couple months now, and I don't know what the J stands for.
Jag-off.
I imagine.
It stands for Jag-off.
I have 4 kids.
Dude, 39. I'm 41. You got a fucking 39-year-old kid? Jesus.
I'm 44. Jesus.
Oh man.
Even better is if I have
Shit
four
had to be
kids,
confirmed.
39, 39, 39, 38, 37, 37, 30. Like, I don't see the
Wait,
math there. I'm
There
gonna,
was some overlap there. Like, what the fuck? You're doing math. You're like, carry the one. No, that doesn't.
yeah, like
Back
I'm
to
like,
Common Core math. Back to Common Core math.
And then the answer is, how long was the fucking cable out? Like, did you do anything else? I mean, go get yours, but
so
like,
actually, can we
fuck.
talk about that for a second? So in this, what's that called? Oh yeah, the new norm.
Yes, it is.
In the
Oh,
new,
you fucking
over
dig. I love you.
I love this game.
um,
I need another bear and ice cube now because of this.
in the
You
new
don't,
era,
you don't have your balls ice cubes.
people
your
are
speakers?
forced to be together, and of course you're thinking of one component, which is the
Hold on, Tony. Hold on. You can't go from shithead to this.
philosophy to,
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a moment of wisdom from Tony Francisco. Please go ahead.
Allow me to philosophize. Please put on your seatbelt.
You're a
We're
philosophizer.
going to record these segments and we're going to interject like every 20 minutes during our show. And it's just going to be a video of Tony, like Deep Thoughts with Tony Francisco. Like,
Sarcasm is the poor man's wit. Allow me to doubt the human.
thank you, Keith. Keith Joseph Nelson. I love it. Anyway, Tony, please. You have the floor.
I like Jagoff better, but okay, good.
So people are stuck together, and what happens when they're stuck together is clearly babies, but then they're stuck together, and so I am seeing such a high like a breakup rate right now. It's fascinating. I'm actually surprised it lasted this long, but couples are together and they're like, yeah, we're getting divorced, we're splitting up, we're moving out, and we're like, what happened? And they're like, we what's it called? Oh, you got to know each other. We had to get to know each other now that we stayed together. And I'm like, what a fascinating, like a social experiment, putting people together, making them get to know each other. And so I'm actually curious as to children that are in this, hey, we have to be locked down.
Yeah.
How and
oh yeah,
you can't go that long being serious. I'm sorry, bro.
I just cracked a new beer, by the way, called Clown Shoes, Coconut Sombrero. You see how excited we got?
Here we go.
Right
Here
there.
we go.
And there he is, Sombrero.
okay, so
Mr. Sombrero.
back to clearly the new norm.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Wow, this is a very delicious beer. Luchador series. It's part of the Luchador series.
Lucha.
And once again, we do not have any sponsors, but we're happy to take any sponsors from any alcoholic distributor companies. We take bourbon, tequila, and beer at any time, and whiskey,
and vodka, and actually basically,
we're fucking liquor sluts. We will take anything. So
that's correct.
Liquor sluts. I've never heard that term before. I like that.
I'm sorry, Tony. You were giving us one of your Tony Francisco moments of wisdom. Please go ahead.
We should actually do that.
I'm
telling you, we should record these segments, Tony Francisco, and I'm in. I'm fucking in.
I could go through. I love psychology. But what I was trying to say is that what is the psychological impact of children later when they realize they're actually stuck at home? Because we all remember, every single person remembers summer vacation, and then towards the end, fuck summer vacation, when's it gonna end? And we all remember that resonates with all of us. It's like burnt hair. I mean, you smell it once, you'll remember it for the rest of your life. What does burnt hair smell like? And so when you catch a whiff of it, you're like, oh, that's burnt hair. And do we lose Ray? We lost him.
He'll be back. Oh, don't worry, he's never lost.
Oh.
And you're mute. We can't hear you either talking.
He's talking.
Can't hear you talking, but you're doing great by talking to nobody.
I'll just keep talking. Oh no, now he's gone.
I'm back, and I'm
so
back.
the fun thing is I have control of the video, so I can just whoop. And,
He doesn't have control issues.
Okay, so
I do have control. I do that during Teams. Whoever decided anybody can mute anybody in Teams has never been on a Teams fucking meeting, because we abuse that so badly. Oh my god.
They mute it, and
let me give a quick PSA. This is really important. I'm going to kick you guys off for a second. Let me give a quick PSA. Those of you who use Teams, don't do what I did. I had a fuck it, I'll bring everybody on. So those of you who use Teams, I had a moment. I was doing a video call with David Prince from Data Branch from Everything MSP. We got a chance to meet him there, but fucking awesome guy and awesome team. And I'm talking with him, talking about our white label program. And he's talking about his CTO, Mike, and I've met a CTO before, really nice guy, really smart guy. And we're talking about him, and I'm talking about him like he's not in the room because I didn't see him. Team starts out as fill frame. You need to change it to fit to frame. I usually do that. I hadn't done that until the middle of the meeting. I click fit to frame. There's Mike. He's in the fucking meeting. I just hadn't seen him. So, just word to the wise, always change your shit to fit to frame if you're using Teams for video. Or use Snap HD. Snap HD offered by OITVOIP for all our channel partners and white label partners.
Oh my God, I love that. Here's an interesting little thing I found out. So this is the Plantronics Savvy microphone.
I love it. Yeah,
I absolutely love these things. Buy them for all the team, and I'm like, these are great. So it connects to my computer, it connects to my desktop phone, and it connects to my cellular, and all on one headset. And you can, during the middle of a call, you hear the beeping of the battery. You just click the battery off, put a new battery on, carry, no problem. Apparently, the Bluetooth connected to your cell phone, if I put you on hold and I'm on my cell phone, you can hear what they are saying. You can't hear what I'm saying, but you can hear what they're saying. You know who it is. You clearly, it's very faint. It's very faint, but there's a cross connect. And so Kyle's the one who brought that to my attention, and he's like,
wow, you can get in trouble with that shit.
You think? I'm like, whoa. And he goes, hey.
Oh, shit.
He goes, I just heard you having a very, very, very in-depth business call, portion of the call with Jared. I'm like, how'd you know it was Jared? He goes, I could hear everything he was saying. And I could even understand.
A little nuts.
At first I was like, where's that sound coming from? And he was listening, plugged his ear. He's like, oh my gosh, he turned on the volume. The volume up and down doesn't have an impact. But if he just listens, he can hear the conversation in the background.
And look who joined us, Jay Garcia from Fortivet. My man. Fortivet. Yes.
And I this is not a sales. We have our partner first. Partner first is like the educational, professional, blah, blah webinars we do. And we love them for what they do, their educational spots. This shit is just to have fun. But I'm going to take the moment and plug Train Our Troops and plug Fortivet, because Fortivet's been a good partner of Train Our Troops, right? Sean, absolutely. Why don't you share a little bit about Train Our Troops? Because if we can just get out 30 seconds of education for anybody that hasn't heard of it before, and shame on you if you haven't. No, not shame on you, but
yeah, shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you, bitches, if you haven't heard.
So go ahead, man.
Yes, I will. So Train Our Troops, nonprofit organization. What it focuses heavily on is helping veterans and their dependents on the next level of life. When they come out of the service, it's just a way for every one of them to get certifications and trainings, all free, the entire globe, for every one of them, that they can actually get certified in the next level, because they're trying to make the next chapter of their life. I've been part of this for a few years. The founder, a good friend of mine, Glenn Brennan, brought me into it. It was amazing. And I will say, since I've been involved, a lot of these tech companies, a lot of these companies across the board have been hugely involved with helping us. I'll even plug IT Expo and channel partners, because they've helped us grow this. The whole board, none of us are paid anything. We've donated our time freely, including OITVOIP has donated not just time, but also money to help support this cause. So,
and happy to do it. It's the one check my wife doesn't complain about. Sarah is a badass fucking dog, but Sarah and Kevin are just amazing.
Yes, sweet. That's actually in the background on Sarah and Kevin. Kevin is a veteran. He was in Desert Storm and Desert Shield. He had PTSD really bad. He got a dog from somebody that was his coping mechanism. He learned that he realized at that point he was a great trained the dog. He's actually started his own separate nonprofit on training dogs for veterans. Phenomenal program for them too. So you know what? We'll make sure we put this on her somewhere. I'll get all the information and put the link on there.
We'll put trainourtroops.org and Fortivet. I mean,
actually, we should add.
Come on, dude. Seriously.
We should add to the whole Fortivet thing. Jay Garcia is phenomenal. If you guys don't know him, you should know him. He's been a huge proponent and component for Train Our Troops now. He's the one that runs Fortivet, which is a Fortinet subsidiary, I guess, if that's how you want to call it. And what they do is they focus on giving free certifications to veterans, and also he helps them get employed. I get the email twice a month from him about here's the newest veteran that is ready to go, that's certified, and he gets them jobs. So you guys need to look into it. If you're looking for technology people to have Fortinet certification, you should probably talk to him. Yeah, and look at this shit. Ray's going through pictures right now.
Kevin's the gentleman with the hat. I'm sorry, Kevin's the gentleman with the glasses, holding Sarah. And Sarah's the one with the cute, friendly little pink necklace until she goes freaking ape shit.
Hell yeah.
We're at the freaking, I forget which convention.
That's IT Expo. Mm-hmm.
So we're at IT Expo. I'm at the booth with Sean and I forgot who else. We're talking. We're having a good time at this awesome tent Glenn sets up. And suddenly you hear, "Roar, roar, 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 roar," and the entire expo goes quiet. This IT Expo is not small. This is thousands of people.
Oh, it's huge.
Quiet. So we go, and they're 300, 400, 500 feet away. We go over to where they're doing the demonstration, and the minute she's just sitting quiet, and then the minute she starts going, dude, oh man, she has everybody's fucking attention. And then she goes and she's freaking sweet again. It's like,
yeah, like as soon as he says,
and it's like, come on, dude.
Dude, as soon as he says, okay, we're done, make friends, the dog stops. Yeah. Like I asked him if he could train my kids.
Dude, seriously.
Work. Like train my daughters.
Is my wife listening to this? No.
Oh, dude, don't worry. I'm messaging her right now.
Where was that? Was that Orlando?
Yeah.
So, and
that was in.
Okay, because while we're doing this, why don't we share this little fucking nugget?
Yeah, there it is. We were so tired. No,
I'm just saying, real men love unicorns. Just fucking putting it out there.
Can you make it the whole screen real quick so people can see Matt?
Absolutely.
Look at us. What happened? What happened there?
Our account manager, Matt, our fucking VP of Partner Development, Sean, the CEO of the fucking company, all hanging out with freaking unicorns, just hanging out because that's the kind of fucking people we are. I mean,
and why does
we love you, Jay? We fucking love you. Seriously.
And Matt looks like he's completely stoned. That's we established the fact that he looks like the dude from Half Baked. At that point, I don't even know what was going on, but it's a great picture. Look at the background.
No, it's an awesome fucking picture.
It was so romantic.
That wasn't like a take a quick shot. That was we had somebody hold a camera. We were ready for it, and that's still the best we could do. Oh man!
You know, right after that, we went bad. Right after that picture, we went to that wrinkly ball session, and we were good to go.
Yeah, no, it was fucking awesome, and Train Our Troops fucking rocks. Fortivet from Fortinet fucking rocks. Go hang out with them. If you're a freaking and the thing I like about Train Our Troops, and we'll get off the soapbox quickly, but it's seriously, go freaking learn about Train Our Troops. They train not just the vets, but they train the families of the vets, because the people that are sitting there holding shit down while they're serving, they're taking care of them too. So they can be trained and then go work with people like us, and they know what the fuck they're doing. How awesome is that? All right, we'll let it go. Anyway, so is this tank top day? Yes. Oh, Brian just fucking joined. Brian, these are Tech Bar shirts with Tony Francisco wearing and fucking Sean Lardo wearing our Tech Bar shirts. Yes, this is Tank Top Tech Bar, the tank top edition. Ray looks like he's ready for a big fight. I'm always ready for a big fight, sir. This is the dog pound right here.
Or a nap.
So Brian,
I'm definitely let me fight or nap.
I wear tank tops all the time. All the time. First off, I live in Florida. It's hot, and I'm half Mexican, but like raised Mexican, and you're lucky I'm wearing a shirt. Okay. And when I say all the time, I wear them to board meetings, I wear them to video conference calls, and I wore them to the CompTIA trade show. I was at a virtual booth, and somebody, Christy Sacco, I don't know if you know Christy, but amazing. So Christy jumps in our booth and she goes, I have the funniest story. I go, what? She goes, well, so one of my people were going around to the different trade show booth, the virtual booths, to see what everyone was doing. And we said, how's it looking? And she goes, it's okay. I mean, it's kind of dead, but I go to this one trade show booth and this guy was like wearing a tank top, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he actually works here. And Christy goes, oh, that's Tony. She goes, yeah, that was his name. How do you know? She goes, how do you not know Tony? And then she jumps in, and I'm like, I go, that is the funniest thing ever, because it's kind of like when I go into a conference now, they all like, oh, is he gonna wear a tank top? Is he? Oh, and it just happened today, as a matter of fact. And I'm like, listen, are you here for this? Or are you here for this? Because if you're here for this is not gonna be easy. I only have a certain.
Can we do both?
No. Then I gotta stick to 2, maybe 3 syllable words, and that is it. That is it.
Like, and that's one of the things I love about it. And I'm not blowing smoke, but like, talk to fucking Tony. If you haven't talked to Tony, like, dude is brilliant. Dude just like, and one of the most unassuming, personable, like, he'll have a conversation. I've never had a moment, like, I have friends and I have people that, like, you have these quiet moments with where you can't think of something to talk about. I've never had, first of all, I never had that with Sean. I would love a quiet moment with Sean, but like, and I've never had that with Tony. There's never those moments. And Tony has this ability to make you fucking crack up even when you're not expecting it. I want to share this. So
I'm so glad. I was going to tell you to share that picture, dude. It's so awesome.
We're sitting there, and Tony, you know, we're sitting there, and Tony says, I tried on my shirt with my green screen, and this isn't working out, or maybe it is working out. I don't fucking know. It's fucking awesome. Like,
so, just so everyone, you're literally making me cry.
I love this.
So I have and it hurts my black eye. I've got a black eye, so I can't really touch it. But so I'm trying to
wait. Hold on, you're a black belt, right? Let's put that out there. You're a black belt.
No. What are you?
What are you? Beat up by dudes without shirts on. That's what that is.
I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I want my blue belt back, and probably my white belt back. But yeah. So anyway, so I do video conferencing all day, every day, and because it's the new norm, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Thank you.
Namaste, my friends.
So I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu during the day or at night, and during the day I'm on video calls. So I said, hey, listen, I'm going to think ahead of the audience here, and I'm going to get a green screen that goes behind me. So I've got this roller. You guys here, if you can see this. Oh, you can't really see it. Wait.
Okay, yeah, no, I see it.
There's a roller.
I fucking love those. That's with the fucking curtain chains that you can roll up and down different colors. Right, yes. Oh, I love that shit. And Sean's like, shut the fuck up. I don't get it.
21 bucks. 21 bucks.
Sorry, I'm rubbing my black eye.
So I go purchase that, and I'm like, hey, this is great. Now I've got a green screen. But behind the green screen is a whiteboard, 2 whiteboards, and it's got all my stuff, my documentation, secret sauce, yada yada yada. So I'm having these video conference calls, and Kyle's the one that pointed it out. He goes, hey, that stuff behind you. I go, yeah, and he goes, pretty important stuff, right? Can you imagine if it got all erased? I'm like, oh, that'd be horrible. Yeah. Do a lot of video calls, right? And I go, yeah. Oh man. And so hence the green screen. And so because of that, I was like, oh, this is gonna go great. And you guys are amazing. And you send me this incredible shirt. For those of you who haven't seen this is amazing. And guess what? This is also green. And because it's green, the tacos background behind me came through, and it was hilarious.
This is spectacular. Yeah.
So I went out, and I went to Joann's Fabric, and I said, hey, listen, I need a 9.5 foot wide piece of background that goes.
Speaking of which, looking for sponsors, Joann's Fabric.
Wait, are you? Yeah, Joann's Fabric and Walmart and Target, and, you know, and Woodford Reserve or Bullet or fucking Weller. We will take you, sir. Heaven Hills, Angel's Envy is one of my favorite bourbons.
Clown shoes, Lucha Libre. I'm gonna have to get one of those masks. Like
Lucha Libre at OIT.co for sponsorship opportunities. Or Patron. Yes, Patron. We're in.
Belvini. I mean, everything we've covered. I think we've covered almost all of them.
We mailed a lot of these with this little CloudPlus.
Oh, you are a fucking genius, sir.
Not to my house. Not to my house. So I'll send you my address now. Don't worry. Kelly,
I'll drive and pick it up. Don't worry about it. In the new norm, I got you. We will.
Yes, these are expensive. These are more expensive than these. But here's the best part. Apparently, after I sent out a few of them, it's what's that called? A felony to mail alcohol. So
What's that word again?
what's that word?
What's that word? It's 5 to 10 for
yeah,
a good time served.
It's a felony, and yeah, that was bad. And so we're mailing them out. I'm like, this is awesome. You get the little steamer and you steam it and you pull the old one off and you stick this one on. I'm like, look at how awesome that is. And we're sending them out. And then someone emails me. He's like, hey, I really like this. This is so awesome, with the little CloudPlus mugs. We're like, hey, thank you for coming on board as a partner. This is so awesome. We're excited. And then he goes, thank you so much for this. I mean, how did you get around that whole felony thing? And I said, huh?
Yeah.
What? That's why I pulled the Mexican card. I'm like, lo siento, pero no entiendo.
I just say no.
No.
I just say no habla.
Hey, no habla. Yeah, no habla.
You got to realize I'm an Irish guy. I'm Irish and Italian in Pittsburgh, and I work for a Miami company. We went down there. They ordered all this Cuban food and stuff. It was great. And they're saying, oh, I said, what is that called again? They told me. I was like, whatever. Okay, there's a lot of R's. I got it. Just roll the R. You can say it. Good, done. Food. And so every time they start talking and I don't want to hear it anymore, I'm like, no habla.
just done with it. So
speaking of someone who habla, we got Larry Walsh. But go ahead. No, go ahead. I will let you finish first. That's called a teaser, sir. That is
I should text him right now. And by that I mean sec.
He'll be on in what, 2 weeks?
Yes.
We have a fucking schedule. I don't fucking know what's going on.
He's coming on in a couple weeks.
Colonel Taylor. So Jay, I will tell you, Sean, my good friend, got me a bottle of Colonel Taylor. It was actually very good. Absolutely. And
yes.
we are absolutely taking. Maybe we should put in the chat, what's your favorite liquor? What's your favorite bourbon? Because honestly, I don't give a shit about anything else.
Whoa.
No, I do love tequila. I have bottles.
Yeah, but you said you don't give a shit. You said you don't give a shit, is what you said.
Well, so behind me, I have several bottles of tequila back there. Oh, oops, let me not show that one. That's my boxes of toys. But I do have tequila downstairs in the freezer because I love chilled tequila. Anyway, so that was a teaser. Go ahead, please. Please continue your story, Mr. Francisco.
We mailed those out, and apparently it's not as legal as I thought it and hoped it would be.
Yeah.
So
I use Drizzly or Caskers or
yeah, you can't mail. Apparently, you can't mail in Texas. Ooh, they do not condone that.
Yeah. So, and just to be clear for anybody watching, nobody here is admitting guilt of mailing any kind of liquor across state lines. Absolutely not. These are completely fictional stories that may or may not have happened with other people who've changed names for all those involved to protect the innocent. So,
how do you do that? Like, you know what you have to do? You have to put that on like a 1.5 speed, like it's a little bit faster.
Like just yeah. So. Oh, I have 1942. Don't fucking test me, Brett. I absolutely have 1942.
Don't do that.
What should we call it? Yeah. So I'm not a Canadian guy. I don't do the Crown. I did Crown. Crown gave me the biggest fucking hangover ever. I will drink this. I will be right as rain tomorrow. I'm good. Tequila. There's two types of people that have tequila.
Oh.
One person drinks tequila, and that is the worst night of their fucking life. They hate it. The other person, that's the best night of their life. I'm category.
I'm the first. I actually
is those that enjoy time traveling. Now, time traveling is a very important
wisdom by Tony Francisco.
It's a very important term because time traveling is like you start here and you do a whole bunch of stuff, but then you end here, but no time actually traveled. Like you just and you're there. And you're like, how did I get here? I don't. This is amazing.
Well, here's what happens: you hit 85 miles an hour, and then you go back to the future. I mean, that's the way it goes. Absolutely.
Oh my God. So tequila, I'm the other guy.
So,
I'm the first guy. Just so we're clear, I throw up like the guy that has a problem with tequila.
I think we should do this. So Charles brings a good point. DeLorean De Monte. I think he meant DeLorean instead of De Leon. I've never tried De Leon. Is that a thing? Charles, correct me if I'm wrong.
Diamante tequila.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. Now I'll go with DeLorean since we're doing Back to the Future.
By the way, Charles is in Florida with you guys, by the way. He's down in Florida with you guys.
Charles, when this new norm
so
changes. And for those that don't know, these are OIT branded cups, glasses. Because that's how we roll with our established date on the glasses. So
very nice.
Which I haven't gotten, by the way. I just want to put that out.
Yeah. You and I have stormtrooper fucking
you do. We
enter.
do.
So anyway, oh, it is
Our
De Leon.
thing is
Okay,
De
I'll
Leon,
look it
yeah,
up.
De Leon.
Thank you. Oh, good to know. So, but my thing is, so do you know the story of George Clooney? George Clooney and his buddies went out and they were drinking tequila. They didn't like the tequilas they were having. They decided to go out and buy a little shop and actually make their own tequila just for them. That shit became fucking amazing tequila. Like, it's actually like world renowned now. It's not even like a bullshit, oh, this is a, you know, superstar tequila.
Here's where I
It's
stop
a
you.
real
In the
thing.
nicest, most respectful way I stop you, and I say this: if you liked tequila on your first try, you are not human. I'm just going to say that right now.
I like tequila. You're hurting me here. I like tequila.
Point, I'm just saying, case in point, you're not human. Has anybody actually researched Ray online? You are wildly brilliant, excessively articulate.
Aww.
You're charismatic. Hold on, and this remember.
Please, this is recorded. Please go ahead. Go ahead.
His head's getting heavier. Oh my god.
It's leaning. I can't fucking hold it up. Wait, hold on.
Oh,
No, but you're exceptionally knowledgeable and technical. And I remember whipping out the here. Hold on, I'm gonna flex for a second. Like, oh yeah, CCIE, blah blah blah, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm a CCIE. I'm like, oh fuck me. Yeah, see, it makes you laugh. The people out there in the north, the pedestrians in the world, literally have no idea what that is. That is analogous to saying, you know, I can hit warp speed and blah, blah, like, oh yeah, I've been doing that since the 80s. That's really cool. I mean, how do you handle the, and you're like, what the fuck? So it's like another level. CCIE, you don't know any CCIEs out there, people out there that you don't know any. And if you do, you're in that upper 1%.
I'm the CEO of the company. I'm not just a client. I'm also the representative, whatever the hell this shit is. Anyway, I'm a CCIE voice from 2003, back when they used to have to fly you out to fucking Arizona and sit in front of the boards, and they'd on purpose try to fuck you up, and you'd have to like not just talk about theory, you'd have to prove yourself, and they'd try to trip you up over and over again. And that's back in the day. But I appreciate you. Yeah. For anybody that doesn't know me, because like all our partners, Jason, if you ever want to talk to me, Sean's entertaining, but you know, I am the networking guy. I'm a legit network engineer by trade and training. My specialty is in complex and distributed networks. You know, multi-city, multi-site, multi-continent. That's my jam. So whatever. Anyway, I want to bring this up though. I want to bring up this comment. Speaking of inhuman or not human. Mr. Larry Walsh from the 2112 group, also noted speaker at CCS 2020, was from the 2112 group, has this comment to say to Keith Nelson, PhD, and Keith, I'd like to know what your PhD is in also. A droid or bot requires some level of intelligence, artificial or otherwise, so it's not Tony Francisco. Which I would call bullshit on.
That's kind of funny.
I will say this right now. There are, and I say this in the most respectful way I can possibly say, if you allow my accomplishments to aggregate and with my ego, it will be
coalesce.
It will be biblical. It's going to get out of control. Larry just shatters it. Just keeps Nope. Here's a little bit of super glue. Good luck putting that together. Talk to you in a year. And he keeps me in check, and he is hilarious. That being said, if you guys have seen me on Facebook, my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu family, if for any reason I get a semblance of what's that called, self-esteem, value, and I don't know, anything like that, they squash that in a heartbeat. They do not. I'm the
so
local.
I want to talk about your Facebook, and we have a few how do I say this? We have a few noted pictures here of you. Let's see here. What do we got going here? Because I did ask your lovely wife and said, hey, can you send some pictures over our way of Mr. Tony Francisco? Because this is the tank top episode.
Is it?
So we're calling this the tank tops of Tony episode. As we go through these, right? As we go through, and Tony in tank top making a bacon wrapped, what is that, turkey?
I
What
am.
is this?
Every year I make Thanksgiving turkey, and I weave it. I've been doing this forever. Before, like you saw pictures of it, injecting pepper, butter in underneath the skin, layering it with turkey, putting sliced apples underneath it. Yeah. So it's.
Wow, that is pretty fucking fantastic.
How
We
many
have the
tank
master of disaster.
I mean,
This
you're
is-
always in one. It's weird.
I'm giving
so
blood.
like some people think we're joking around when we talk about Tank Top Tony, right? And I hate to detract because you are a truly brilliant individual without fucking question. And you're one of my kin, sir. You're also an engineer, right? That you are one of my people, right? Just an unassuming one, but he is. So we have here. So is there anything you want to share with us about donating blood? Is that what you're doing here? Because you're a fucking good human.
I wouldn't go that far. But no, I used to give blood every 90 days. I gave blood for oh my gosh, I can't even remember how long. And then so now I just kind of got sucked into the growing up and such. So there was a blood donation bus.
I feel bad. I'm O negative, which is universal, give to everybody. And I have this plasma that apparently there's like a strain of herpes that like 50% of people have in their blood, and if you don't have it, you can give to children, and I don't. So like I was like you, every 90 days I would do it during this new norm. Fuck the new norm.
Yes.
During this new norm, I am taking shots.
That's three. That's three, by the way, guys. I want to make sure we're very clear on that.
I'll finish out my glass there. So
oh.
During that, I haven't been able to give it as much as I want to, and I feel bad.
Stop crying, Tony. Put your face on.
What are you doing here? You're mixing cement? did you get was it a facial? Was it like it exploded on your face? Like, I don't want to get too far into that, but
right at that moment it exploded. So we're building we're building the shed in the backyard, and so our friend Ryan that we train with, who's just one of the nicest people in the world, and he beats the crap out of me at the gym. He owns an enormous cement company. Coming to like at the Tampa Stadium, they're building the training center. I mean, it's huge. He's the company that lays the cement down for all of that. So you understand how big this is. And I said, hey, I'm building a shed, like a cement slab. Do you anything about that? And he goes, yeah, sure, I'll help you with that. This is not a joke. I'm not exaggerating about this. And I'm like, yeah, sure. He goes, I'll have one of my guys, like, give me the measurements. I'll have one of my guys put together what you need, and you just go buy it at Home Depot, and I'll come over and we'll mix it all up. But I go, okay. I got the drill thing that mixes the cement, in the drill.
Yeah. I got
5-gallon bucket, and I give him the order, and then I go the next morning, or I go to pick up something, and I said, hey, yeah, I'm picking this up, and they said, I don't see a mixer on this. And I said, a what? I said, I got a mixer with a hand. They go, you're going to mix this with hand? I go, yeah. This is 2 pallets of the cement bags.
And they're just thinking you're going to like raw dog it. You're like muscle it out. You're like, you got this. You're going to do this by hand.
She's like,
2 weeks later, you're still going to be fucking mixing.
Yeah. That's going to take you a week. And I'm like, no way. She goes, you can do whatever you want. I'm just saying, but I would recommend that you go get one of the mixers. I said, how big? She goes, the biggest that we have. I got the biggest one that they could probably hooked it on the back of the truck, and we towed it over here, and I brought it over here. It was just me and him. Fast forward, I'm texting my friends from the gym, hey, can anyone come over here? I think we had like 10 people over here helping me. That particular picture is me pouring that 5-gallon bucket into, because that was the one I was going to use to mix it, into there, but I apparently didn't know what I was doing, and it exploded. It exploded.
Which has never stopped us from doing anything.
Yeah, of course. I'm like, and so that was the picture at that moment. Yeah, that was
that is pretty fucking awesome. So let's see here what else we got. We have there. That's the mask I was talking about, right? That's fucking awesome. No judges needed. Right? How fucking awesome is that? What else we got? What the fuck is going on here, Tony?
So I am pressure washing the outside of the house. Like we have this like white kind of it's I don't even know what it's like. It's over the front door. This white lattice that all the flowers grew up and stuff.
Like it looks like you're wearing a condom.
I am in a body condom.
Well, Tony does practice safe. Whatever the fuck that is.
Safe pressure washing is very important. Yes.
I feel like we're watching Naked Gun.
Mixing. Well, because in my experience and watching, pictures of Tony. Cement sometimes splashes in your face, and sometimes
I
so you
should have
want to
been
wear a
wearing
condom to
Polycon
like
for the
protect
cement.
yourself.
Do you see? There's clearly an evolution of my learning experience here.
This is a man who learns from his experiences, sir. We should all learn from that.
I would like to know how many tank tops you own.
All of
My
Oh,
oldest
the real
daughter.
question.
My oldest daughter has like as many shoes as you have tank tops.
I would dwarf that any day. I have a tank top right here. I have another no judges need a tank top right here. I have an amazing tank top right here.
Wait, that was for Kelly.
for Kelly. That's not yours.
For Kelly.
already have
dude.
I had
you
to
already
use
wear-
that was a decoy showing you that I didn't have one. When I ripped the shirt off in the beginning. I was like, yeah.
And why do you have
I love that Tony's protecting his face in this picture, but not his arms. Like he's like, I'm fucking manly. I don't need to protect my arms.
So every single time when I'm doing like construction, they're like, "Are you like welding with sandals on and a tank top?" I go, "Yeah, but I got eye protection. It's very important you have eye
But you're in
protection."
Florida, so that's okay. That's
Exactly my point.
But and so is the dumbbell like approved construction material for what you're doing there? Like,
So I needed a weight to hold down on it. Now, so here's the. So for those, okay, making me start laughing. For those
see,
of
what
you,
happened was
that is a galvanized pole, and you cannot weld a galvanized metal at all. It's extremely toxic. It is very, very bad. But I'm figuring, hey, there's this massive breeze going by. I'm outside. That's a problem. And I filed off what I consider to be all the galvanized material. I did. And I felt not very good after that. I was like, oh God, I thought I could handle it. Not one of my.
So was it because of the fumes? I mean, is that what it is? Or?
It's extremely toxic. If you Google,
and
even nap in your tank top. Look at that shit.
Right?
Wait, where was that?
Can
on your lazy boy?
But can we call out the fucking badass like charger that's over in the corner there on the table? Like, it's not a USB charger. It has like 3 outlets. Like, it's just sitting there.
I know, where is it? That's not my house. Where is that? There's some random person's house. I go to in a tank top.
Do you just go to random people's houses and take pictures of you? Like, what the fuck's going on here? Okay. So
it gets better. Are you singing about Grease? I mean, what the fuck's happening here, dude?
No, you're missing the fucking Wolverine like blades out of his hands.
Yeah, I couldn't see those, but now I can. Oh my God, look at you! You're
so we were gonna do a segment. So we have Matt Damon from our previous episode, or 2 episodes ago. We were gonna talk about
and Mr. Bean last
who kind of
episode.
look like Mr. Bean, and we were gonna talk about celebrities that look like our guests. Right, and we're trying to figure out if you're like Tony Consuela or forget what's Consuela, Kelly Ripa's husband, or the dude from Starship Troopers,
or you're Johnny Rico from Starship Troopers. You're Johnny Rico.
Ooh,
but
Latin version of it. You know what? That's a good reference.
But you got this Hugh Jackman thing going on.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Well. Yeah. So what's up here, Tony? Tell me that's Halloween. Tell me that's not like just like a Tuesday.
First off, it would have to be.
There you go. Kelly's saying that was at the beach condo. There you go.
The beach condo. That's right. No. First off, it had to be on a Wednesday, and all the
I had Wolverine blades, so it had to be a Wednesday. It had to, that's just how it goes.
I feel like all your Halloween costumes, you have to start with by saying, okay, who has a tank top on, and that's how you determine your Halloween costume.
I
mean, I want to know, was this a planned Halloween costume, or was this just like, I'm already wearing the wife beater and jeans, I'm just gonna fucking put some blades on? I was holding a drink already. And should I call them out? That's not ice, right? Those are whiskey stones you got in that glass?
What
it
glass?
Looks like whiskey stones. I have whiskey stones in my fridge.
I can't see it. It's too small. I don't have my aerial on them.
Really. I have large.
We don't have that kind of technology here, so
I have real large ice cubes.
And it does look. And I know it's not it, but that fucking light in the background. And please, if there's any like Hollywood producers, why would there be? But if there are listening to this, fucking please make Thundercats. Please fucking make the real life Thundercats.
Right ho!
Come on. I don't think I'm asking for too much. Thundercats ho! Like come on, Jesus. Like, does anybody remember that
Well,
fucking that spoof they did with what the guy from Troy? I forgot the guy's name. He's got a beautiful ass. Brad Pitt, yes. Like that dude, and it had the guy from Fast and the Furious, Vin Diesel, and they made a freaking like it was a joke, but it looked like Thundercats. It had fucking Garfield in it.
He copied my haircut.
Vin Diesel copied my haircut. I know. Vin Diesel and you, it's the amount of baby oil. I know. He
copied. I mean,
but seriously, make a fucking Thundercats. That's all I'm asking. Anyway, Tony, what's going on here, bro?
Cocktail of like inbreeding and type 2 diabetes. Like, I'm just trying to figure out like how we like.
Can you bring the picture of Johnny Rico from Starship?
I have to get there. I have to finish these first. That's how technology. Oh, you're ziplining.
With a tank top on.
Yeah,
with the tank top. Right.
So,
and where is this? This looks like Costa Rica, Mexico,
Puerto Rico.
Where is this? Puerto Rico. Oh, I love Puerto Rico.
I feel like Tony picks up tank tops like people pick up shot glasses when they go on travels.
Yes.
Do you do that? Do you know tank tops by like where you got them from?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh, I've got like 3 from Puerto Rico. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Everyone's like, where'd you get that one? All right, like, how do you have so many tank tops? I'm like, this is Puerto Rico. This is from this trade show that I was at, like IT Expo in Florida over here, IT Expo in Chicago over there, and like.
Don't worry. I'm the same way with T-shirts, man. I think I have so many T-shirts that I had to buy like the cube shelf system to stack my T-shirts. And
I take the T-shirts and I make them tank tops.
But I feel that's easier than doing the other way around, right? Like it's
not as easy. But no, I have a filter.
Then the other way around, you mean adding sleeves? Yeah, it's kind of hard to put sleeves on a tank top, I think.
It doesn't work with this.
You would think, right? And this is who we're talking about here.
Johnny
it's Mark Consuela. That's what I was thinking about. Sean Toretto. Sean does live life 1/4 mile at a time. That's true. If you don't know this already.
Yes, I do, Jay. I keep it simple.
I gotta get that look down the.
That you have that look, and then I actually find it.
That's it right there. That should be your business card, dude. That should be your fucking LinkedIn photo,
dude. You should actually use that exact picture for your business card. Because they're like, they're like, God, you're fucking friends with Doogie Howser. I love Doogie Howser.
Who is the guy?
That is not the same person.
on the right side is Doogie Howser. Yes, it is.
That is Doogie.
That is not.
Yes, it is.
Is that Doogie Howser?
Want to bet? Yeah, don't fuck with me.
That is Legend of fucking Gary. That's Doogie Howser.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, half the audience like, who's Doogie Howser? I have no idea.
Dude,
who the fuck Doogie Howser is a fucking man. First of all, like
remember, he was wildly popular, and then he was gone for a long time. During that course of a long time, he made Starship Troopers, where he was like a brainiac. Which again, go figure. And then he got onto How I Met Your Mother, where he was like
And we can actually do a nice little dovetail here. Doogie Howser, who's played by Sean, I can't remember his fucking name. I gotta watch a drink.
God. He goes by a freaking acronym now. Oh my god. I'll Google. I'm good at Googling. I'm really good at Googling.
Doogie Howser, MD, which is a great fucking show.
Neil Patrick
Harris.
Thank you.
And that's
so
it.
He is a magician. He is a member of the Magic Castle, which Lisa Compton brought a magician for the Magic Castle. Lisa Compton.
Sean McMaster.
Sean McMaster, which is the best fucking name in the entire world. Not because Sean's my brother. My blood brother is named Sean, right? It's not just Sean, right?
No, I'm the blood brother, and I'm the blood brother.
Yeah, everybody. Thank you.
Like Vatos Locos Forever.
Orale way.
Yeah. Don't ever do that again, bro. Like Tony's real Mexican. I'm Cuban Italian. Do not ever do that again. We will say on behalf of all Latinos everywhere, please don't ever do that.
Blood in, blood out. I got my chinos. I got my chinos and shit, yo.
Oh Jesus! All right, so and then we have.
I had to get the background that goes into the background, so the backdrop, because I couldn't have a green screen because of this. So I walked in and I said, "Hey, listen, I'm looking for a backdrop, and I need to have some some kind of like variation." They said, "You want a pattern?" I'm like, "I don't know what a pattern." And they said, "Oh, you need to find an ombre." And I said, "Who?" Now,
I am the ombre.
Who is like. an hombre, like a guy. A guy hombre is a guy, and
We
I'm like,
have to explain that to our non-Latino friends.
yeah,
And
yeah.
hombre
No habla,
is
no habla,
Spanish.
no habla.
Hombre is Spanish for man.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
yeah, man, guy. And so, but an hombre.
No, because with women, there's a haircut or a hairstyle called the hombre. Did you know
there's a
this?
hairstyle as well called an hombre.
Where it's like dark and then it goes to light.
Yes.
Ask me why I know this. I don't fucking know.
How do you know that? I had no idea. It was authentic.
Sure, I am on the I am on shit, the popular shit. I'm on TikTok. I can WAP like the best of them. No, I'm kidding.
All I know is our director of operations several days back said it was Brazilian blowout day, and I get a Brazilian. I like, which is very good.
Sean went to Sean. We paid for Brazilian blowouts for everybody. Sean went and got a Brazilian wax, which is not the same thing.
Oh no, that's different. I got that too, but
that's knees and elbows.
Yes. Tony is one bad hombre. So anyway, Tony, go ahead, bro. Finish your story, bro. I apologize for Sean.
No. I just the hombre that was you said blah, 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 hombre, and I was like,
oh, did I steal your thing? I'm sorry, dude.
A bad hombre. I like the.
Did we say it's because it's the new norm? I'm sorry.
I think we said namaste. I'm pretty sure.
At my age, I can't hear things so well.
So, and then Sean seems to think you also look a lot, which is actually my opinion. You look like Marcos Suelos.
I think you're a mixture.
I can actually see that. I can actually see that. So
only because he has the dark hair, but I think that Johnny Rico from Star Trek looks more like him, except the dark hair.
Who's the guy? Who's the guy with in X-Men? The Cyclops.
Fuck. Yes, the Black Dark Phoenix's boyfriend or husband or whatever.
Well,
I am the Latin version of him, is what some of my friends say. So that was actually the closest.
That's a dude from Dead. He's from Westworld.
No, it's not Ryan Reynolds. It's not fucking Ryan Reynolds.
No, from West.
Shut your dirty mouth. It's not fucking Ryan Reynolds. That's a Canadian treasure.
No, from West.
Ryan Reynolds. Every girl wants Ryan Reynolds.
Hey man, Scott Summers.
Ryan Reynolds is awesome, dude. I hate to tell you, Ryan Reynolds is fucking amazing.
He's amazing. Oh my gosh, he's awesome. That's why I hate him.
So first off,
I do too.
The name of the guy is Scott Summers, and he was in Westworld. Is what I was saying.
Okay, but who's the actor?
Scott Summers.
Good now. I have a real question. This is real.
Oh, it's so long-winded.
Girl, because after season 1, it got really fucking weird, and season 1 was weird.
Oh, it's very.
Oh, there you go, Teddy from Westworld.
Teddy.
I remember Teddy. Yes,
James Marsden. James Marsden.
Look at fucking Kelly. We give Tony the credit for being the brains, but the real brains here.
Dude.
I say all the time, the moment she realizes she's smarter than me, I'm fucked. I'm single.
Oh, I already told her.
I hate to tell you, she knows. Like
I already told her this. Actually, when I deal with the company, I don't deal with Tony ever. I deal with Kelly because shit gets done. Just saying.
I deal with Kyle. So here's my problem. So
I deal with Kyle too, actually.
So after I met Tony, right, in everything MSP and the twice a week call. Well, back then it was daily, right?
Yeah.
And Sean's like, I set up a call with Tony because Tony and I hit it off immediately. He goes, I set up a call with Tony. We're going to talk business, and he said it just like that with that gravitas.
But
we're going to talk business.
But I had to say that though.
Sean goes to me, hold on, no, this is story time for Big Papa. You hold on.
Okay.
So he goes, he goes, we're going to talk business. I know you guys are gonna bro out. We're trying to get business done here. So I'm like, okay, I will try to hold back. I fucking love Tony. I would try to hold back because Tony and I geek out on this shit. And I'm like, I will do my best. We get on the call. Sean starts the call. Sean and Kyle, like the consummate professionals they fucking are, do their thing. And they're blah, 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 talky, professional bullshit.
You mean trying to get shit done? Sorry.
You're trying to get shit done. And then after they get past their schedule of events, Tony and I go in and we start going geeked out like we were having fucking a blast, right? We're just talking shit. And they just glaze over. Like when I talked about
glaze over. I remember that.
Yeah, but there's a reason why I did that, because in the first call I had with Tony and Kyle, we started talking about fighting. And then what was supposed to be like a 45-minute call became an hour-and-a-half call because we were talking about how our fighting styles, because he rolls around men with saggy balls and I do dirty.
You actually really fight though. I do
dirty boxing. Yeah, that's like Yeah, I do dirty boxing. Like, I refuse to go on the ground with people. Like, and so we had a good conversation about this, and yeah, so I tried to like be in, like, I tried to be pre-med. Oh my god, I just have another drink. Hold on.
That was really
All right, now I'm ready. I tried to be preemptive. See, I had to have a drink to get that word out. I tried to be preemptive and set the shit straight so we can get some shit done, and then we got nothing done.
That's not true.
Anymore.
We got it done because
we got stuff done. We got stuff done, but
CloudPlus is a customer partner.
Okay, but not okay. But that call,
we have to do the integration. We have to do that integration.
Integration. Because Tony is like me. I'm like Tony. Tony and I are similar. So we start talking, and we're not talking about functionality. We're not talking about features. We're talking about how can we make this shit easier? How can we, like, and he's busting out tools, and we're diagramming, and Kyle and Sean are like, I hate this place right now. I fucking hate this.
I
just started doing my job. I was over here doing other shit. I was like, okay.
We were doing our jobs too, sir.
So look at Keith's comment. So this is a loop back to Larry Walsh. So yeah. For those of you who don't understand, Larry Walsh is what I would consider to be a very top influencer in the managed service project community from the get-go, and extremely influential. Very knowledgeable, factually, statistically relevant across the board. And he posts things about me, like a picture of me with some weird, obscure reference to something that is usually enough to break somebody's mind and spirit into crying. And it's funny. And the reason it's funny, and so we went out drinking. I remember when the first time I met him, he's just like, how have we never met before? Because we hang out with the same audience for years. And I'm like, I don't know. It was hilarious. We're drinking and laughing. He is in the world of sarcasm. He is he's a coral belt, which is a black belt.
He's brilliant. He's fucking brilliant. He's a ninja at sarcasm.
It's unreal.
He's so dry when he talks.
You don't know it happened until a few minutes later. You're like, oh, and then the pain kicks in if you haven't.
He is tequila. He is tequila. Right? If you have cold tequila, and for those of you that don't know this, chilled tequila goes down much more smoothly. Chilled white tequila goes down much more smoothly than room temperature, which is why I like it. So chilled tequila goes down, and then it's tequila. It'll put you on your ass no matter what temperature you are, right? It's a badass bitch. So you drink it, and a couple seconds later, you're like, what the fuck just happened? And that's Larry Walsh when he's sarcastic. It's what the fuck just happened.
His sport is your punishment. So as long as you understand that like he's like playing and you're just hurting, but you don't realize you're hurting until later. So anyway, so the point is, it's hilarious because, by the way, I take that from the gym all the day, and you have to learn to laugh at yourself. And then at some point he realizes, hey, you're not overly convinced of your self-worth. I can beat up on you for fun, and you actually laugh at it, which is really good. Let me take a moment to listen to you. And he realizes I have some semblance of intelligence. It's based on a spine of intelligence, and there's some value in there. So then what he does is he's like, oh, this is awesome. Now it's an unlimited, just let me just beat up on Tony. Here is the best part of the whole story, though. He does this. A lot of people don't know who I am. I mean, I am a crumb in his loaf of
which is a fucking shame. If you don't know Tony, go spend time with Tony, please, for the love of God. Your life will be better if you spend time with Tony.
So you are making me laugh. So Larry, he does it. So now I'm on a video call. This was probably 2.5, 3 months ago. This is not a joke. This is not an exaggeration. I'm sitting there on a video conference call with Larry. We're in lockdown mode. You can't leave your house. And his wife walks in, and he goes, hey, hey babe, I'm on the phone. She goes, oh, I'm sorry. She goes, hey, how you doing? Oh my God, he's real. I want you to process that for a moment. I, Tony Francisco, have made legendary status because of the posts from Larry, because no one thought I was real for so long. It was hilarious. But just that reaction, I'm like, oh my, this is, how is this not bronze? This moment has to be bronze in some capacity because it is that magical. But anyway, so Larry is an amazing guy. And Yeah. So there's the story behind it. It's awesome.
And he talks about that. He talks to us about at CCS 2020, not during his session where he was actually educating us, but he talked during one of the happy hours or something like that, where he was talking about like that story where he thought you were absolutely made up. You're a fictitious character. There's no way, and if it's by appearance, if you look at Tony and you don't listen to him talk, you think Florida man, right? Dude in a tank top, muscular, really good looking guy. You think it's fucking Florida man, right? And then he fucking opens his mouth and he's like, oh, he knows what the fuck he's talking about. He's fucking brilliant. Like,
I'm not Richard Dawkins or anything. Like fucking. I have experience in certain area. I stay in my swim lane, and yeah.
Yeah. So, and again, if you're not, go fucking sign up with CloudPlus. Most freaking amazing automation. Can I sum it up in these words, and please correct me if you disagree with me, but it is and I know you hate when I call you a distributor because you hate hearing that, but you're an automation first. Like, we're partner first, you're automation first. You are all about making that user experience the easiest fucking possible, no matter what you do. Is that right?
So we're going through this weird paradigm, this interesting flux, and this has literally been the last 30 days of my life. And I don't want to talk about it, but I let me tell you what we came from, where we are, and then what we're about to do, because I think this is industry changing. Truly, everyone says that, it's all cliche. This is the real deal. We started off as a hosted services distribution platform. So we have integrations to different vendors, preloaded with the distribution agreement, which makes us by definition a distributor. I can't stand distributors. I just think that they are seeing online. Keith says,
for the record, I can't stand phone service. I can't stand phones. So I get you, but go ahead.
Well, there's got to be a better way to do it. But you can't make it better without doing it first and realizing, identifying the areas of inefficiency and then bettering it. Okay, so that is really funny. So what happened was, as we created this, we realized that because we have a customer-facing interface for self-administration, and the customer defines what the company's going to do, which is why we don't have Lotus Notes anymore, not because it's worse, but because everyone needs to integrate with their Outlook client and their phone, and Lotus didn't play well in that area. We realized that last mile, and that's very important to understand, that we address is critical. So we're getting out of we're a hosted services distribution platform to we're a distribution platform architected for hosted services that addresses the last mile. And now everyone's like, whoa, we want to be a part of this. And that's what the last 30, 60, 90 days of my life.
But that's the important part. I mean, don't get me wrong, infrastructure, all that's important, but the last mile, the customer facing part, the part where the rubber hits the road, that's the important part, because that's the part they take away. That's the part where they remember later on.
Well, that's the part.
We all have our favorite vendors, but at the end of the day, the technology doesn't fucking matter. And I applaud you for that, because when we started talking, you didn't even ask me about the technology. It wasn't even a conversation. Let's be honest. A phone vendor is a phone vendor is a phone vendor. It's the same shit everywhere. You asked me, what can we automate? What can we make the user experience? We started drawing shit out right there and then. Like, you're about the experience, which I think if you're in managed services, if you're in technology, if you're in anything that involves another human being, you should be about the user experience without question.
All based on the UX. And so what happened is along the way, and I can only say so much because I know Kyle will war dial me right now. My phone.
I'm waiting for Kyle to jump in. He's like, no.
Actually, I was briefed by Kyle last week. He said, and he started telling me, he's like, listen, there's certain rules.
Let's just take them off. Just
he was like, listen, just don't say certain things. I think one of them was Larry Walsh, which we defeated.
I
really...
have a cut sheet that I didn't even bother asking Tony, because I know Tony. Like, Tony has no reservations, but I have a cut sheet of like, are there any topics you would like to not discuss during the tech bar? And I didn't even bother with Tony.
We didn't use it on you. We didn't care what you. Well, we just didn't care what you want to talk about. That's really what we're down to.
Tony's unassuming. He doesn't give a shit. He will talk honestly about anything.
Yeah, absolutely. So what happened is, along the way, we have literally stopped everything in the company. And when I say everything, all hands, 100% of our resources were dedicated to one thing and only one thing. We literally just launched it today.
Was it dedicated to a new norm?
Good shit.
I just want to make sure we clear that up. Okay, good. So now we got that out of the way.
So and we may, Brian, we may start a new tank top business. The three of us. I mean, if George Clooney and his friends could start Casamigos with tequila, we could absolutely start our own tank top business.
Like, seriously, wait till you got actually tank tops, yes, but wait till you guys get the shirts from CCS 2020 that our guy did a great job. Dude,
with Cloudy?
Yes. Man. Wait till you guys see the new shirts when they come out. We love.
Yeah, the first 250 people are registered are getting that swag that's going out Tuesday or Wednesday, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this? What?
So from the conference. So you're getting.
Hold on. Back up a little bit. CCS 2020. We started this, and I was very clear from the beginning. I want this to be like an in-person conference. I want to get what we missed from the networking. I want to get what we missed from the learning, the education. I want to get what we missed, the real swag. I wanted to make CCS 2020, and all of us were on the same page. We wanted to make this the same experience you had if you were in person. And if you go to an in-person conference, you get a shitty ass little backpack or a bag and you get a bunch of shit inside and you're like, oh, pens. No, we were going to put good shit. So we had shirts made up. Juan Marcos, who made these shirts.
That looks like
also
that has a mustache. His mustache looks like fucking Vote for Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite. Phenomenal. 80s porn.
He's like, hey, Mario. He looks like
Yay, Mario.
Hey, Mario. So
on his
like
free time, he's a plumber.
Right. So, but he is crazy talented, and he made this background, the tech bar background, and the logos. He makes everything. He's fucking brilliant.
The shirt you're wearing now, Tony, he made.
Yeah, but he made swag, and we have a. If you saw the background we had with the fist pump with Cloudy, he made Cloudy. He made all this stuff. So we have swag boxes going out. He's designing the packages for the boxes. We have swag boxes going out with swag from CCS 2020 going out on Tuesday.
Wait till you see.
Fucking amazing.
You guys have like. I guess what I will say is that like one thing that I'm so Ray and I, when we decided to work together, the conversation was I never want to be held back. I want to be able to push this to every limit there is.
And for anybody that asks, it was a sober conversation. We weren't drinking.
It was. Yeah, that's. And then later on, we got fucked up. We signed the agreement fucked up, but we were sober during that conversation. But that was the conversation. And it's important. And so for anybody out there paying attention still, because I don't know if you are, you have nothing better to do. But if you are paying attention,
Keith is talking. Dan's talking.
Brian's always good. Brian and Keith are our go-tos.
Brian's our fucking people, and Keith is the Cliff Clavin of our fucking tech bar. Can we accept that? He has the nuggets of wisdom. He's a fucking PhD, dude. Smart.
He's the
he drops these little knowledge bombs in the chat. I fucking love.
And he always says,
"I love Cliff."
I love Cliff.
I think he's the new norm, right? Is that?
It's the new norm. Absolutely.
It is. Hello.
Whoa! Party foul. What the fuck are you drinking, Mr. Francisco?
Cider, because I ran out of my tequila. Like I can't make it. Like it burns my mouth. Like my mouth is literally on. I mean,
that's why I double fist.
Those are from my garden, and you don't understand. Those can run a car. Those are so powerful.
I love that. I love spicy stuff, man.
No,
I have a friend. We have a friend up in Connecticut, Tyler Petrucci from Tap Tech, and he sends me bottles of Fireball Asshole. He makes these peppers.
There's nothing about that title that makes me feel comfortable. Like there's nothing.
No, you should
absolutely.
When you open the box and you smell the oils. And you already have to take nuclear shits, and you haven't tasted it yet. Like, but it's delicious. I mean, it is absolutely. I love hot sauce. The hotter the better.
Let me tell you. There's one thing we're rolling out right now, and so I totally forgot.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to take Sean off. I'm going to take myself off. The floor is yours, sir. Please.
Oh, wow. I am not that big on self promotion. I'm more about dialogue, less monologue. Okay, so I'm talking. So what we're doing, just so everyone understands, is we have found a vendor that is servicing the tens of thousands of seats, and that's a great. It clearly means that it works, and the reason it works is because if it doesn't at that caliber, they're going to figure it out really quick. And we have found a way to resolve the number one problem in the IT industry, which is tickets related to passwords. That's, from what I understand, 30 to 50% of the tickets out there are password related. And so what if you could get rid of passwords entirely? We are about to offer that. The CloudPlus solution is about to offer that, and it is a first in our industry, meaning sub 20,000 seats. It's relatively new in the industry altogether, but the MSP, managed service provider, the technology service provider out there servicing the customers that are under 1,000 seats would not see this technology for quite a while. We are about to offer this in the CloudPlus platform. So we're really excited. It's been a complete stop for everyone in the organization to establish this technology as a proof of concept. We've been in this particular vendor's board meetings, involved in their board meetings, and they understand that the relevance is, if this is a click-to-provision service, which is the way everything should be, this will be consumed almost as a standard. It's the holy grail for the IT administrator. The concept of having everyone change their password once a year is like the holy grail. Once every 6 months is just, that's not possible. This changes their password every 2 minutes, 24 hours a day. In addition to the fact that the user, when they open up Outlook, they open up Dropbox, they open up Zoom meetings, they open up anything, it's going to prompt you. Your facial recognition or your fingerprint enters the password, you're in, and then within 2 minutes that password's changed again. So the end user, they reach the holy grail of what they're searching for, because they never have to know their password ever. The IT administrator reaches their pinnacle in life, because they don't have to worry about passwords being breached from keyloggers and a variety of other hacking mechanisms. And it's taken just from a click-to-provision services. So, and by the way, I'm not saying that I stalk you guys, but we have researched your platform, and it is absolutely compatible with this as well. So, food for thought. We're rolling this out soon. It has been literally my entire life.
You're talking password rotation, unattended, completely automated before the client can even get breached. I mean, that's kind of sexy.
I
refer to it. I'll put this up there. Technology. Do you recognize that? That's CloudPlus.
And actually, we
have you noticed we have a lot of people that are good friends that have light bulbs. We have Alan from Eureka Process. We have Lifecycle Insights, Alex and Marnie. Yeah, and we have Mr. Tony Francisco of CloudPlus.
Both eyebrows.
I felt with that eyebrow. I had to take it deep, right? Tony Francisco of CloudPlus.
He's ambidextrous in his eyebrows. Not many people can do that ambidextrous eyebrow thing.
Can you smell what the CloudPlus is cooking, sir?
Wow, that's good.
In fact, do you know that I don't?
That is impressive.
So,
what was that, Tony? What was your fact?
I don't have a sense of smell. So,
or humor.
Fuck it. What is it? Anosmia or anosmia? Anosmia. I think it's the name.
I can smell four.
Yeah, I can't. I have a horrible sense of smell as well, which works out sometimes. So
it worked out amazing. We're at Home Depot, and it just got done raining in Florida. Rain and then sun.
Rain in Florida? Rain? Yeah, really? Rain, sun in Florida? No.
Please, I live in Pittsburgh. Please, let's not even go there.
Manure in the back, and they sell manure. So the rain and then that sun right after. Everybody is running like cockroaches. They're like running, and they're like, "Oh, it smells!" And I'm like, "What smell? What smell? I don't know."
I'm good.
I am immune to this.
So we have a real question.
They call Palmetto
and you didn't see this, but Keith wants to be called Norm Peterson, and I hereby dub him Norm Peterson, as is my right bestowed upon me by the Tech Bar. So he wants to know if. Actually, that's not what he was asking. Will it interface to? I hear about
the.
This is how much we are fucking brothers. This Hold on, sir. I have it as well. I also have as well.
Hey,
the same fucking one with the remote and everything. I have the same damn one. So, if anybody doesn't tell you, great minds fucking think alike with the remote control, the removable remote control. Yes, same
Solid.
fucking.
Look at Sean, just like
I have it. I can't find it right now. I've been working on my room.
So Keith has a real question. Heaven forbid we answer real questions. And I know we're a little bit over. We want to be respectful of everybody's time because nobody cares.
The question is, does
it interface with custom software?
Does it have a SAML authentication process? Okay, then the answer is yes. And so we are creating that entry point from our platform.
So you guys have these really cool
spelling service dog.
Do you guys have Michael Jackson?
That's our spelling service dog right there.
Do you have it, or do you have the notorious BIG? That's all I want to know.
Actually, Sean, can you put both of those up? We're gonna do a live, real-time game right now. So anybody that can name the source of either of these posters, what albums they came from, I will send Snome phones to the first one.
Oh my God,
chat right now.
I can name it right now.
A whole damn stack of Snome phones right behind me.
That's bullshit.
Because our buddy Corey at Snome was good enough to share. So either of those posters, if you can name what album they came from, Snome phones are yours.
And let's be fair, they're not posters. They're like canvas fucking paintings from a straight up great ass artist.
I got great metal prints behind me, sir.
Oh.
Hey, when you print on metal that came from Germany, then you can have that conversation.
I just lived in Germany. I can't say about that. And don't be hating on this. Let me do that too.
Oh, that's solid.
Right? That's cute. That's cute. Did you know that I also have a full Darth Vader helmet?
Yeah, you do, but I don't. But
I also have the Boba Fett helmet. Anything else you want to have, sir?
Whatever. You're such a one-upper.
So the tower behind my left, it is a full original episode 3, 4, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. So at the very top, I have Red 5's helmet, Luke Skywalker. Beneath it, I have Darth Vader's helmet, from episode 4, 5, 6. Below that, I have the original Stormtrooper helmet, and below that, I have Boba Fett's helmet. So
you need Ray. Do you know Adam Slutskin?
No, I do not. But I like the name already because it sounds slutty.
What? He was the former CRO for ConnectWise. He's what made what ConnectWise is. At least from what I understand. So he walked through his house, and it is like walking through. What was the restaurant that had all the artifacts from the movies?
Are you talking about Shenanigans? Because I'm a big Super Troopers.
Schwarzenegger and
Hollywood, Planet Hollywood. Yes.
No, was it Planet Hollywood?
Yeah, it was that was the restaurant. Yes.
Planet Hollywood. Yeah, I think you're right.
Danny knows this. Was it Planet Hollywood? Danny's in our chat. He knows this shit.
So it is amazing. You're like, is that the bomb from? Those are the bombs from the Hunger Games when they dropped the bombs.
Oh yeah.
Are those the actual? Those are the actual figures from Star Trek 1, from Star Wars, the first one or the third, and then the fourth. Then you've got the over there. You're like, what? Everywhere you go is real life stuff, and you're like, wow. And it's just kind of laying around. You're like, okay, you won't think anything of it, but then you start to look at it and you go, I've seen that somewhere. It is amazing. I'm going to introduce you, and he's in.
I love that shit. I love movies. So my background is audio engineering, believe it or not, like before I got into the networking computer shit, and sound engineering was my thing. But like, I loved movies, like ADR shit, and like post mixing, pre mixing. I fucking love that. Absolutely.
Is that why you sound so clear? You're like, your audio is awesome.
So like my audio, it's a lot of work. So I used to do voiceover stuff, and you know that's why it's so quick, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your arms linked. Like, and let's get ready to rumble. Like I used to do that shit. So anyway, I used to do professional DJing, if you can't fucking tell, and back in the day, and actually put a lot of work. Sean hears me bitch about my fucking audio and my mixer all the time. And I have new toys.
Somehow his video drops more often than anybody else's. It's the weirdest shit. He has all this stuff. That's true. More than anybody else. Yes, it is.
I have this brand new MIDI controller that I'm very happy that I'll be setting up because it's fun stuff.
Very true about it. Very true. Very true.
So the Darth Vader helmet behind me, quick movie trivia. The Darth Vader helmet behind me is signed by Spencer, I want to say Williams. He was Darth Vader in Rogue One. So it's actually signed by him, that helmet. My daughter gave that to me. My daughter Marissa gave it to me for Christmas one year, last year, which is pretty fucking awesome.
But he was only in the last he was only in the last 45 seconds of the movie in Rogue One.
How much Star Wars memorabilia do you have signed by anybody?
I don't. Spencer Williams is no. Wow. I mean,
boom! Oh my god!
Spencer Williams.
You want to talk some Larry Walsh fucking bomb dropping shit? I will fucking go, sir. So so those of you that don't know, I'm a Star Wars fan. If you can't fucking tell, and if you can't tell, you might be blind. We should talk. But the Stormtrooper helmet behind me is from Episode 4 from A New Hope, and if you didn't know, the Stormtrooper helmets and body and armor changed episode to episode. There are only 2 helmets in existence from the original Episode 4, the very first Star Wars that went to movie theaters. One is owned by George Lucas, creator and destructor of Star Wars, arguably. And then the other is by private collector. The private collector donated that helmet to be scanned, 3D scanned, and then models were rendered. And that is an exact replica of the original helmets from Episode 4.
And it even fits on his head. And it fits on his head.
It does. I have pictures of me wearing the shit. I can't take it out because it's actually locked into the collar.
He had the paper acreage. That's what he had to do.
Well, we do it by hectare because we go back to fortnights and back then. How many fucking podcasts have you watched that talk about hectares?
For those of you who aren't understanding the complexity of the humor, it's giving me anxiety right now. I gotta be honest with you.
This is all day.
It's giving me anxiety because it's so wildly witty with multitudes of reference points that weave into such a level of complexity.
But they're little nuggets. They're little nuggets of joy. So Brian Lichtig, one of our friends, who looks like he's holding a dog. I think that's a dog. That is from Baltimore. That is called a Florida swan, which is also known as a flamingo. Flamingos retain their pink color because they eat so much shrimp. It actually changes the colors of their feathers because their natural color is like a white grayish.
That is correct. That's correct.
So,
yes. You didn't know that, Tony?
It is a life preserver if he jumps in a pool. Sean has a unicorn. Sean, maybe we can get you on one of these episodes with.
I have a leg of a 7-year-old Vietnamese girl that will actually fit through that. I'm not joking.
I don't know if I want to ask. I'm a little terrified a little bit.
No, I agree because I lived in Korea for a while and I can totally understand that. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sean does have full-size T-Rex and unicorn costumes. Just
one day, one day you guys will see them. I'll bring them out.
Yeah, I haven't seen Sean in these. Yes.
I actually walk down the street with them, and for all the kids in the neighborhood, they think that shit's awesome, and they want to pet me.
He's the weirdest thing for the kids.
It's actually for me. I think it's fantastic. I think I even did a TikTok with that shit on one time for my daughters. I did I'm a Savage. I was doing the dance moves.
When is Larry?
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. So this is my decanter and my glass, the OIT branded, because we brand everything because we're brand whores here at OIT.
We are.
It's full of bullet. Today I wanted to have my wood for reserve. Anyway.
So your question was,
go ahead, buddy.
Actually, Tony asked the question. Simon, are you still on? Because Simon will tell you. I think it's in 2 weeks. So
Larry's on. No, he answered. Simon said Larry's on next. In 2 weeks. 2 weeks. The next episode.
The next episode, yeah.
Not Dr. Dre. The next episode, but the Tech Tribe. Not the Tech Tribe. Nigel Moore, awesome guy. Go join.
Hold up.
Hold up. Not hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put the boom in it. But hold up.
I may or may not be available to sneak in just to say hi. Which
I would fucking love that. I would love if we could do a reveal, right? If we could do ladies and gentlemen, here we have for the first time ever, Abracazim, Shatakazoom, boom! It's Tony Francisco. I would fucking love that.
I would like a review to what he said about you, about the bots and shit.
Yeah.
Before we get there.
What happened?
What do you mean what happened? Ray put it on the screen earlier.
Yeah, you said that you're a bot. Now, I've been called a bot before. I've been called a bot, so Tony and I also share this in common.
And I've called him worse.
So
yeah,
on
that's
a technical level. I get criticized a lot for don't talk about technology at the level you talk about, and I do everything I can to pull back from that because it's overwhelming. People don't understand it, and my response to that, my rationalization is, it's what you fucking use every day. It's literally the things that you use every day. How do you not want to know about
fucking? But because you and I, people are inquisitive, and let's be honest, modern generation is not as inquisitive as you and I are. People got this mindset that curiosity killed the cat, and that's not the truth. Curiosity created a generation. Having curiosity, having inquisitiveness, finding out the why, not the what, not the when, not the how, but the why is what made technology fucking awesome. And Sean's like, stop talking. I don't get it.
I can't.
And I just want to say, fuck this COVID and the new norm. I miss my original office. I'm working from home. I miss my fucking office. That's all I'm saying.
Actually, I understood everything you said until you started speaking Spanish. But before you were speaking Spanish, I was going to say I disagree. I think this generation is far superior. Wow.
That was who's the guy who plays the flute that can breathe in and out while he's playing the flute? What's that guy?
Yes. Oh my god! I know exactly who you're talking about.
I feel like you should be in charge of Telemundo.
That she does beatboxing while she's playing the violin while she's eating a fucking banana. It's amazing.
I think he should be the guy from Telemundo, and he's like, Telemundo. That's all I ever heard.
Okay. And so hold on. So, and I want to do a traditional toast in Spanish, since Tony Francisco is Mexican, right? You're Mexican.
I'm half Mexican, half Italian, so legitimately.
Yeah, I'm Cuban Italian, brother. We are here. So,
¿qué onda? Oh, that guy kind of killed us.
So the toast as it goes,
it's like
the toast as it goes is para arriba, up, para abajo, down, para el centro, to the middle, adentro, inside. Cheers, gentlemen. And for that, we could talk to Tony for fucking 6 hours. We could break the Dave and Corey record, I think. But we are at 9 o'clock, which is already like 22 minutes longer than we wanted it to be. And I think your wife probably wants to spend some time with you. I don't know. Mine just came and closed the door on me, so I don't fucking know.
Which, by the way, Ray's wife is way better.
Oh my God, Michelle is so much better than me.
Oh my God. Dude,
my wife, my daughter, I'm pretty sure my dog. They're so much better than me.
I can't disagree with any of that. I concur.
Yeah, no, without question. All right, let's take one last drink to the women that make us better than we are. And I don't think Tony would argue against that at all.
And those between
I'm a single father, so I don't know. I have all my girls. They're my better ones.
Cheers.
You're full of shit. I've talked to Sophia. Sophia's fucking awesome. I've talked to your daughters.
I just said that. Awesome. I said my girls are better. That's why I can't do the.
And Nikki's pretty fucking awesome too. Nikki's pretty badass.
I can't disagree with her. I mean, they're
why she puts up with you, I have no clue in the world.
I mean, you can only guess why, but
I feel better knowing that our office in Pittsburgh, our home in Pittsburgh, we're down the street, is everything. And Mr. Rogers was there.
Oh my God,
that has at least one adult in the household.
Matt Connolly.
Sophia. Sophia's what, 11?
Oh,
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's 11.
And HR 2020. Wow. I can still do this. That's awesome. 2020. Throwing gang signs on the tech bar. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, thank you for putting this together. Seriously. And it's an absolute pleasure to be on this. I really, really appreciate it.
Thanks for agreeing to be involved.
I appreciate you. Tony, let me ask you, will you be on this another time? Can we schedule you again one time?
Absolutely, anytime. Especially if Larry,
love you, man.
Just let me poke in. I'll be like peek in. I literally won't even say anything. I'll poke in, wave. That will cause another 30 minutes of just
random nonsense knowledge dropping.
Complete vapid.
Diatribe. Who the fuck? You are the only other person besides me that says diatribe that I talk to. I appreciate you so fucking much, Tony. Thank you for being you. All right,
You guys,
diatribe, dichotomy, fucking like I have an amazing grasp of my vernacular, and I'm proud of it. Goddamn it! And like some people just, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, guys. Go visit CloudPlus. Like they're a user experience first. I'm not going to call them a distribution company because that's a disservice. And honestly, I don't want to put you on the same level as all the other distribution companies. It's bullshit.
No, I think I would agree because Tony's kind of cool sometimes, but other than that,
and Tony was at CCS. Tony
yes,
was
he
a
was.
prized speaker at CCS
And wore a dress shirt the whole time.
Knowledge. Yeah. And Tony, what do you remember? What the session? I had quite a few. What the session was that you were speaking on?
Oh, like development, the retention of like kind of the cultivation and the capture, the retention of developing future leaders. So
and who? The biggest question is
tomorrow's leaders.
Who taught you how to dress?
We have been drinking for 2.5 hours, and Tony still is able to put together a coherent sentence.
So who taught them how to dress on that?
July. How fucking brilliant is this guy?
Who taught them how to dress on that show?
That's absolutely right, sir.
Who taught them how to dress on that particular talk? Who showed up most professional?
Oh, me, obviously. So
I don't know. I showed up later with my tank top once. I don't know.
You know, tank top, but you also had a leprechaun uniform. Which is absolutely
he did have a leprechaun.
Like you had a leprechaun to the point where I went to the costume stores and I was looking. I'm not joking. There's one here on Del Mabry and they're closed. But I was like, I'm like, I just want to pick up a leprechaun.
I know, right?
What is that?
So, Mr. Tony Francisco, CCS 2020. The playlist is there. Building tomorrow's leadership, because what we do today means nothing compared to the seeds we plant for tomorrow. And Mr. Tony Francisco is there talking about it with Mr. Glenn, fucking Glenn from Train Our Troops. Talk about a freaking powerhouse. Our own Brittany Laura, also our director of operations, and Dan Tomaszewski, because that's how I'm going to say it forever again, from Everything MSP. Go fucking watch these things. Oh my God. You want to talk about nuggets of wisdom? Yeah, I can't get enough Tony. If you can't get enough Tony, go watch these fucking things.
Can you pull the jet ski picture? Do you have that?
We have way too much confidence in my abilities, sir.
I mean, if you guys have not seen, if you haven't seen, the picture is the best. I don't know if Brittany's still on anymore, and she'll find it if we want her to.
Brittany, she probably went on with her life.
Really good job.
Yeah. So, but and Tony will get this. Have you ever seen an upset or angry person on a jet ski? It doesn't happen. If you're on a jet ski, you're fucking happy. Like and that was my point. You know, they say money can't buy you happiness, but money can buy you a jet ski. And I've never seen an upset person on a jet ski. So, you know, that's right. And with that, we'll close off. In 2 weeks, we will have Larry Walsh from the 2112 group. I want to give my sincerest and deepest thanks to my brother, Tony Francisco. Thank you for coming on, sir. I appreciate you. Sean Lardo, my VP of Partner Development. Thank you, sir. You are awesome. Tony, any parting words you want to give our audience?
I do.
Yes. OIT is the new norm.
Yes. I was getting there. Damn you.
Mr. Sean Lardo, anything you want to say before we part ways?
Tank tops are the new norm.
And I want to take a lesson learned, because if you walked away from this 2.5 hours and you didn't learn this, I will repeat it. I will reiterate, to give a 50-cent word. It's all about the customer experience. I don't care if you're selling burgers, you're selling MSP services, you're selling distribution of cloud services. I don't care if you're washing fucking dishes. It's about the customer experience. And if we can fucking do it, you can fucking do it in this new norm.
Yes. There you go. I'm so glad we could do that.
Until next time, ladies and gentlemen.